be a great offensive team during the season, because sometimes because you hustle and you bust your hump, you win basketball games. At the end, talent sometimes comes above everything.
Last year, the Celtics outscored teams by nearly 11.5 points a game. That would have been, by far, the greatest scoring differential for a team that didn't win the championship, and of course the Celtics did. OKC has now outscored teams in the first half of the year by 13 points a game. That has never been done in NBA history throughout the course of a year. So, needless to say, nobody thought Golden State would win the first year when they had a season like that. A lot of people didn't think the Celtics would win because they hadn't seen them do it. And now you're getting the same doubters about OKC. All I'm telling you is we're only halfway through the season, literally tonight, halfway home. No team has ever played the way the Thunder have the first half of the year and not won the championship.
I love what the Celtics are doing. I love what OKC is doing. But again, there's an eye test to remain when you talk about regular season and then in the playoffs. I watched them last year. They were a great offensive team, and all of a sudden, they started to struggle. They struggle because they were a smaller team. And what happens in the playoffs, the game slows down, the pace of the game. And you can't be as physical and run people off the box.
Orlando plays physical. They like to slow the game down as well, too. The Player to Bank on brought to you by Clinton Savings Bank. Make your home energy efficient in 2025 with CSP 0 APR heat loan. Apply now at clintonsavings.com. Member FDIC, DIF, equal housing lender, Clinton Savings Bank. An experience you can bank on.
Jaylen Brown is the key to what this team is wants to do. When he has his share and dominates on the other side, because Tatum has really played well. His numbers have been really good, but Jaylen Brown has kind of been up and down. He is an MVP, and he has MVP talent. He has to get to the point where he attacks the rim and starts, maybe he sometimes gets a little too cute, dribbling the ball around, trying to dribble through people. Go north or go south. How many times I say that about Terry Rozier? Terry, where you going? You're in the same place. Go or don't go.
Celtics will be going west after this weekend, but not before this back-to-back against Atlanta tomorrow.
I saw what you did there.
Yeah, funny about that. Max's Keys to the Game, driven by your local New England Honda dealers. Contact your local New England Honda dealer for a great deal today.
Well, I think controlling the initial point of attack, and maybe Van Carroll. Van Carroll is a guy who can get it done, and he's going to be very physical, trying to knock you off the ball. You know, I always say rebounding basketball is the key for the Celtics and not turning it over.
One little seed to plant here. Both Kristaps Porzingis, who will start, and Al Horford are active tonight and will play, which is interesting because the Celtics have the back-to-back tomorrow, and generally they've been splitting. One sits out on the front end, one sits out on the back end, and that might give you a little indication of how the import of these games is changing, that the Celtics are going to play both guys tonight.
Well, I think that, you know, it's going to be about that time. I think sometimes you have to start taking the gloves off. You've rested these guys back-to-back, different times. But then there's going to be a point where you're just going to have to get out and let them play.
Celtics begin tonight, 5 games in 7 nights, obviously on 2 coasts. Still to come on Shaw's and Star Market Celtics tonight. Our conversation with Joe Mazzulla, and we're going to dive into it. What does attention to detail mean when the team is not playing well? How does it translate? Some interesting conversations, obviously, as we're getting into it now, as Joe is starting to face different kinds of questions as the team is going through this little 2-week struggle. We will take our trip around the NBA because all eyes are going to be on Miami tonight because the Jimmy Butler suspension is over. Will he play for the Heat tonight or ever again? Discuss all that. But coming up next, Joe Murray has Sports Hub headlines. Hey, guess what? The Dodgers got another star player. What a surprise. It's all leading to the Celtics and the Orlando Magic. Big ESPN National TV night here at the Garden on the BetMGM 98.5, the Sports Hub Celtics Radio Network.
Playoffs? We talking about playoffs? You bet we are. And get in on the action at DraftKings Sportsbook, an official sports betting partner of the NFL. Scoring touchdowns is key to winning in the playoffs. And the key to you scoring big is betting on them at DraftKings, the #1 place to bet touchdowns. Ready to place your first bet? Try betting on something simple like a player to score 6. Go to the DraftKings Sportsbook app and make your pick. New DraftKings customers can bet $5 and get $200 in bonus bets instantly. Download the DraftKings Sportsbook app. Use the promo code SPORTSUP. That's promo code SPORTSUP for new customers to get $200 in bonus bets instantly when you bet just $5. Only at DraftKings Sportsbook. The crown is yours.
Hope is here. Call 800-327-5050 or gamblinghelplinema.org. 21 plus. Play it smart from the start. GameSenseMA.com. Massachusetts only. Eligibility restrictions apply. Bonus bets expire 168 hours after issuance. For additional terms and responsible gaming resources, see DKNG boston.co/ftball.
Hey, it's Big Jim. Are you stuck in traffic going to the game? Well, next time, do what I do. Get there without the traffic torment and just take the train. With Commuter Rail, kids 11 and under always ride free and enjoy later nighttime service after the game. And if the game's on a weekend, ride with $10 weekends. Get tickets on board or with the M-Ticket app.
Ever wish you could be a world champion like the Boston Celtics? Well, even if that's not in the cards, you can use the same corporate card as the Celtics. Meet Brex, the official corporate card of the Boston Celtics. Brex is the world's smartest corporate card, trusted by over 25,000 companies, from startups to enterprises. Brex cards help you make every dollar count by making it easy to control spending before it happens. Automate manual work and optimize your earnings. Does getting your company more for its money sound like a slam dunk? Get started at Brex.com/grow.
Hey, it's Felger here, and if surgery is recommended for your injured joint, I recommend calling Dr. Franke before going under the knife. Skip the long recovery time and heal your joint at bostonprolotherapy.com.
The season is here, and so is your chance to experience all the thrilling Celtics basketball live and in the stands. As the official marketplace of the NBA, Ticketmaster has got you covered with the largest selection of seats of any ticketing marketplace. Don't miss any of the action. Grab your tickets now at Ticketmaster.com/Celtics.
Listen live. Check out our podcast with the 98.5 The Sports Hub app. Sports Hub headlines.
Patriots are cleaning house with their coaching staff. Bob Bicknell, running back coach Tyler Embry, wide receivers coach Tyler Hughes, assistant Keith Jones, and Taekwon Underwood among Patriots coaches who are moving on next year. Also, Robin Glazer going to resign with her role with the Patriots. The Red Sox agreed to a one-year deal with Jaron Duran today, avoiding arbitration. And the Dodgers have signed Roki Sasaki to a new contract. Headlines, they are brought to you by Valvoline Instant Oil Change. Enjoy quick and convenient vehicle maintenance this month. Visit NewEnglandoilChange.com. You can save 15% off your next drive-through oil change at Valvoline Instant Oil Change now, but in Rainham, Reading, and in Braintree. I'm Joe Murray, Granny and Max. They take you around the NBA next on the BetMGM 98.5 The Sports Hub Celtics Radio Network.
Now's the time for a great deal on a new Honda. It's time to take an adventure with rugged capability and commanding style. It's time for powerful performance, plus plenty of room inside. Start your journey in a brand new vehicle. Check out the Honda Ridgeline, Pilot, or CR-V.
See dealer for financing details.
The new year brings new adventures. Make sure your vehicle is ready to take on this exciting new chapter with Valvoline Instant Oil Change. They'll complete your stay-in-your-car oil change in about 15 minutes. Plus, no appointment is ever needed. Don't spend hours at the dealership. Use that extra time to work on your New Year's resolutions. Visit NewEnglandOilChange.com to save 15% off your next visit and find your nearest location. Valvoline Instant Oil Change, the official oil change of the road ahead.
Right now at Wendy's, get 2 faves for $7. The spicier classic chicken sandwich, Dave's single, or 10-piece nugs. 2 faves for just $7? Gotta be Wendy's.
At participating Wendy's for a limited time only. Select a request 2 for $7 deal to redeem. Not valid in a combo or with saucy nugs. Single item at regular price. Prices may be higher in Alaska and Hawaii.
Cheers to a great day and this ice-cold Corona.
You know what would make this day even better? My grandma's carne asada.
Or your grandma here with us, making carne asada.
She does love a cold Corona.
Throw in some dancing.
Oh, we can watch the game.
I'll drink to that.
So a backyard concert with football, food, dancing, and Corona?
And your grandma.
Or we could keep it simple.
Simple is good. Want a Corona?
Thanks. Salud to the perfect day.
Corona, la vida más fina. Get your Corona at ordercorona.com. Relax responsibly. Corona Extra Beer, imported by Crown Import, Chicago, Illinois.
Let Cambridge Savings Bank help move your small business forward. Creative solutions and quick decisions. Visit CambridgeSavings.com/small business to start your relationship today.
Cadillac knows that icons aren't just born, they're made. Just like the vibrant all-electric Lyric. Elevate your style in a Cadillac, the official luxury vehicle of the Boston Celtics, and me, Cedric Maxwell.
The home of the Revs, the Sports Hub.
Mobley up and under with the layup. Couldn't get it to go. Nice hustle from Dort. Into Wallace. 2-on-1 on the other end. And Shai Gilgeous-Alexander is going to throw it down.
Yeah, they threw it down a lot last night. OKC wins by 20 in the showdown game at Cleveland, 134-114. Everyone thought the Cavs would get the rematch as they got the first one in this game last night in OKC. But it wasn't a 20-point game. They were up by 30 early. They sent a message. There is no question right now who the best team on the planet is today.
Yeah, absolutely. In a one-game series, yes, they are. I just don't happen to believe yet. Maybe I will eventually, but right now I'm not a believer.
That was the big rivalry game. There's another little mini rivalry that is becoming fun in the Eastern Conference going on last night. Detroit and Indiana.
Center of the floor, Cunningham. He got it to the foul line, and here comes Turner to smash his shot. This leads to a break. Siakam got it to Halliburton. Right-hand slam, timeout, Detroit.
The great Mark Boyle to call. Indiana wins that game 111-100. They had to be separated at one point. Beef Stew was out there yelling at Miles Turner, you play with Legos. So it started all the Lego people kind of stood up and were like back in Indiana. So this has become like a little thing. And it's not likely they'll meet in the playoffs because they're probably not going to be high enough. But you have Indiana's been there. They went to the conference finals. They have their spot in the Eastern Conference, and Detroit is chasing that spot.
Detroit right now, they're playing well, considering where they were last year. I mean, they got some guys. Cade Cunningham, we know what he's able to do. Ivy being out of the lineup, they have not slowed down. They found other guys to step up and play. But you talk about rivalries and talk about guys beefing and whooping and all this stuff, and that's exactly what it is in today's NBA.
Nobody wants to hear this part of the Celtics' struggles lately, but obviously Toronto was coming off one of their best games of the year, beating Golden State. You've had the New Orleans Pelicans, where everyone's saying, oh, the Celtics, they almost lost to a Pelicans team. No, they had Trey Murphy back, and they had DeJounte and Zion playing together basically the first time all year. The other team that handed the Celtics a good one here last Friday night is also playing far and away their best basketball of the year, and that's Sacramento.
Spins a pass to DeRozan. Doubled again. Out to Monk. This time he drives, kicks. Corner three. Keegan Murray. He's got the triple. 4:09 to go. Timeout. Ime Udoka.
Keegan Murray. 33 for DeRozan last night. Sacramento beats Houston 132-127. Now, that was last night. Tonight, a couple of games worth watching because the Celtics are going to see the Lakers next Thursday night, a TNT game. Lakers are hosting the Nets, who trailed. After we left the air, some crazy stuff happened in the league on Wednesday night. The Nets trailed by 64 against the Clippers in a 59-point loss. And the Clippers won again last night, by the way. They've won 2 games in a row, back-to-backs by a combined 88 points. They're playing their best. Guess who the Celtics are about to see next Wednesday night? They got the Clippers.
Well, it just goes to show you, when you're playing poorly, everybody and everything is coming at you.
The Nets led that game, by the way, in the second quarter. They got outscored by 60, 102-42 over the final 34 minutes of that game. And Jimmy Butler will be in the starting lineup for Miami tonight against Denver. He released a 2-word statement today before showing up at the arena, parodying Michael Jordan from 30 years ago. Just said, I'm back.
Okay.
Just like Michael.
Okay.
Plot thickens, but Jimmy Butler's going to play for Miami tonight. We've got the Celtics and the Orlando Magic. We'll talk about it with Joe Mazzulla next on the BetMGM 98.5, the Sports Hub Celtics Radio Network.
Yup, it's time to start preparing for another New England winter. So now may be the time to upgrade your home's insulation, electric water heaters, or even replace your windows before the cold weather gets here. With Clinton Savings Bank's 0 annual percentage rate heat loan, comfort takes on a whole new meaning. With interest-free financing up to $25,000 for energy-efficient home improvements. Apply today at clintonsavings.com.
Member FDIC, member DIF. Call 888-744-4272 for details about credit costs and terms. All loans subject to credit approval.
There she is, founder and CEO. High five.
Dave can't stop celebrating with every business owner in town.
All right, Baker Man. High five.
He's sharing the excitement of big savings with the Comcast Business 5-year price lock guarantee.
Up top, Bike Shop. Yeah.
It's 5 years of gig speed internet.
Quick, high five.
5 years of advanced security.
5 years.
And 5 years of a great rate that won't change.
Yeah, law partners. Chamberlain, Messethorpe, Dubois.
All from the company with 99.9% network reliability. Switch today and get the 5-year price lock guarantee.
5 years.
It's back, but only for a limited time.
Woo!
Powering 5 years of savings, powering possibilities. Comcast Business.
Can't forget you, voiceover guy.
Ah, thanks, Dave.
High five.
Ends 3/9/25. Guaranteed rate applies to monthly service charge for new customers on qualifying internet bundle, excluding taxes and fees. Other restrictions apply.
Looking to go to the Celtics game tonight? Ace Ticket has your seats. And at Ace Ticket, we have all-in pricing. The first price you see is the price you pay. Visit aceticket.com.
Hey, Massachusetts, score even more buckets with BetMGM, an authorized gaming operator of the NBA. Enjoy an NBA odds boost token to snag even more winnings on your basketball wagers. Just log into your BetMGM Sportsbook app and add an NBA wager to your bet slip and activate your odds boost token. If you win the wager that was made with the odds boost token, you will receive extra winnings and unrestricted bonus dollars. BetMGM and GameSense remind you to play responsibly. Hope is here. Call 1-800-327-5050 or visit gamblinghelplinema.org. Must be 21 plus. Massachusetts only. Subject to eligibility requirements. Rewards issued as unrestricted funds in partnership with MGM Springfield. Play it smart from the start. Live chat at GameSenseMA.com.
The only place to hear the game, the Sports Hub.
Let's pause 10 seconds for station ID on the 98.5, the Sports Hub Celtics Radio Network.
From the Town Fair Tire Studios, this is Boston's home for sports. WBZ-FM at HD Boston, 98.5, the Sports Hub. Is the Media Group station.
The Coach's Interview brought to you by Star Market. Check out the Star Market app, earn rewards, and save on your groceries and gas with Star Market for you. Download the Star Market app today. Here's Sean Grandy with the Coach.
All right, Joe Murray, thank you. Joe Murray's been on the air. A lot of people have been on the air the last 48 hours. There have been a million different theories that have meandered into what happens when you have 24 hours of sports talk. Let me start with this. What, in your mind, is at the top of the list basketball-wise? Is there a basketball-centric thread to the last 4 or 5 games?
I think just consistency in the details, the effort, and the execution. There's no, obviously, the story tells itself when you're 7-7 in your last 14 or not playing well in your last 5 is the first term that comes to mind is just inconsistent. And, we just have to make small recommitments and small choices back into the consistency of the process of winning. And it's the details of the scouting report. It's the execution of, the scouting report. And it's the effort in which you do it on both ends of the floor. And so when those things waver, just a tad bit, this league takes advantage of that, and that's kind of what's happened.
I want to get to attention to detail in a second, but you just said something that sort of piqued my interest because while I've seen 7-7 plastered around a lot of different places, you mentioned the last 5 games and the entire 4. To me, there's a big dividing line between the 14 games as a whole and these last 4.5 games. Is that fair to say that it's been different? The last, starting with OKC, it feels different than the games that came before.
Yeah, exactly, and I think that's where the inconsistencies come in. It's not just one thing. It's not, hey, clean this up. It's just, you go through periods of being quote unquote off, and right now we just have those small inconsistencies, and you have to recommit to those to make them whole. And that's when you play your best basketball, is when you're consistent in all the things that lead to the process of winning.
What is attention to detail, and how does it show up in the course of a game?
Yeah, I think one, understanding personnel, understanding, what this guy likes to drive, this guy, when he's in the corner, he's getting this type of action, when he's there in this. But, I think someone asked me the other day, defense is also becoming about reads. And tonight you're going to see it with, Banchero post-ups and Banchero isolations. Is not everybody is in the same spot in every possession. So you have to have an awareness as to where we're helping from, what shots we're forcing them into, where can we help from, who are we, leaving to go to the next rotation, and small things like that. And so just having an understanding of that, there's a couple, like in the Toronto game, not executing some of the DHO defense and some of the off-ball. They did a good job of testing our off-ball coverages throughout the game, and we have to execute those better. And so I think that's kind of where it comes into.
Here's something that's a dramatic generality, but it's worth bringing up. Are teams guarding you differently? Not so much this year, but maybe in the last 15, 20 games than maybe early this year or certainly last year.
Well, one, we're being switched more than we ever have, number one. And number two, since we've have our whole team back, there's a difference between guarding us the first 15 games of the year and then guarding us now when KP's coming back and our whole team is back. And you're going to see that tonight. It'll be interesting to see what the matchups are because when we played Orlando last time, JT was a scratch at tip-off, and they changed their matchup. And so with him coming back, it'll be interesting to see what the matchup board looks like and who will go to who. And so that's something that we'll be paying attention to the first 5 minutes of the game.
Well, he just took the next thing, which is but no Tatum, no Banchero, and no real value in that bullying stuff from that game 3 weeks ago. But Banchero obviously has been really good since he's come back. He doesn't have the same cast of characters around him, but obviously it's a profile game for them. It's a national TV game. He was outspoken even today how much this game means to him and to them. How have they been different since he's been back?
One, I still think there is stuff to take from that game, just the DNA of both teams, the physicality. I thought that was a tale of two halves, where I thought the first half we were tremendous defensively, but we really controlled the game with our offensive execution and decision-making, kept them out of transition. We kept them kind of scrambling a little bit in the first half and had some good, I think we were up 15 at halftime. Yep. And in the second half, we lost control of the game because of our offensive execution, turnovers. They got out in transition, and then they were able to, to get hot once they went on a run. And this team does a great job, regardless of who's in, who's out, of playing off momentum. just because of their youth and their speed and their physicality. But, from the Banchero stuff, he's a great player. I mean, his three-point percentage has increased since he's gotten into the league. His ball handling has increased. He's setting pick and rolls. He's coming off double drags, and so he really does a good job of testing the defenses in different ways, and they're well coached. So, yeah, it'll be a tough challenge.
That's Joe. I won't call it a philosophy, but the idea of seeking discomfort, of being happy in discomfort that we've talked about and joked about, where does that come from? What's the origin of that?
To me, I just think it's just about balance. And I think when you decide that you're going to go after something, which, as a team and as, we've decided, however long together, 1 year, 2 years, it's been 3, could be whatever, however long, when you decide to go after something, I think expecting things to go a certain type of way sets yourself up for even a longer term failure than some of the short term failures. And I think it's really just about balance. And I think it's so easy for everybody to accept when good things are happening to them or when praise is happening to them. But when criticism happens or when tough stretches happen, it's easy for the human nature to almost sense of like, we don't deserve this or this shouldn't be happening to us. And in some realities, like, some of the greatest things have come on the other side of the small things that we're going through now. And so I look at it as anything other than an opportunity. And I said this last year. We used the same reference point, it was just winning, so people probably didn't listen. Winning is just as dangerous as not winning. It's all about how you handle it. And it's the same thing with losing. Losing can be just as dangerous if you don't handle it well, if you don't learn from it, if you don't come from the other side better than it. And that's kind of the challenge and the mindset of where we're at now.
All right, let's dive into the next chapter. Celtics Magic next on the BetMGM 98.5, the Sports Hub Celtics Radio Network.
What does the future hold for business? Can someone invent a crystal ball? Until then, over 41,000 businesses have future-proofed their business with NetSuite by Oracle, the #1 cloud ERP, bringing accounting, financial management, inventory, and HR into one platform. With real-time insights and forecasting, you're able to peer into the future and seize new opportunities. Download the CFO's Guide to AI and Machine Learning for free at netsuite.com/Celtics. That's netsuite.com/Celtics.
Hi, Cedric Maxwell. As a former professional basketball player, 2-time world champion, and calling the games at 98.5 The Sports Hub, fans know I love the Green Team. I want to share my experience with another amazing Green Team, FindMassMoney.gov. Did you know that 1 in 10 people have unclaimed property from things like an uncashed check, refund from an overpaid bill, or long-forgotten savings account? I found money, and so can you. FindMassMoney.gov is a free service from the Massachusetts State Treasury Office. Visit FindMassMoney.gov and see if you have any green waiting for you.
At Amica Insurance, we've been protecting New Englanders for generations, long before the first Celtics banner was raised or the iconic parquet floor was laid. For 117 years, Amica's been providing world-class service across auto, home, and life insurance, so you can count on Amica to show up for you like you show up for the Celtics. Amica Insurance, proud sponsor of the 18-time world champion Boston Celtics.
Let Cambridge Savings Bank help move your small business forward. Creative solutions and quick decisions. Visit CambridgeSavings.com/small business to start your relationship today.
Imagine looking up and seeing 48 championship banners hanging from the rafters. Because for 48 straight years, Ford F-Series has taken the crown as America's best-selling trucks. And Ford F-Series trucks are still the team to beat, featuring the all-new F-150 and the 2024 North American Truck of the Year, Super Duty. See your New England Ford dealers and make this a banner year. Sales claim based on 1977 to 2024 CY total sales.
Felger and Maz, afternoons 2 to 6 on the Sports Hub.
Did you ever hear the one about the pessimist and the optimist? The pessimist sees the Celtics going 8-7 over the last month and says things can't possibly get worse. And the optimist says, sure they can. Wednesday night in Toronto against the 9-31 Raptors, it felt like things couldn't get worse, but sure they could. Olynyk to the free throw line. Scotty Barnes' jumper is good. Timeout Joe Mazzulla. Celtics are down by 10. And they are getting carved to pieces. Now it gets interesting. The pristine start to the Celtics title defense is now a memory. A month of up and down, stop and start has left the Celtics closer to the pack than the top of it. Now, 6 games in 9 nights. National TV spotlight, starting with a team taking dead aim at their throne. The Celtics take on Paolo Banchero and the Orlando Magic next.
This is Boston Celtics basketball.
The 1957 season is over. The Celtics are the world champions.
The Celtics are brought to you by BetMGM, the king of sportsbooks and presenting sponsor of the Celtics Radio Network. Please bet responsibly. Your New England Ford dealers, Amica Insurance, Shaw's and Star Market, and by Ticketmaster.
The ball game is over. The Celtics have won the World Championship.
Also brought to you by Clinton Savings Bank, VA New England, your Eastern Region Lexus dealers, and by Town Fair Tire.
The Boston Celtics have won the World Championship for the 15th time.
And by Brex, Corona, your New England Honda dealers. FindMassMoney.gov, NetSuite by Oracle, Cambridge Savings Bank, Kia North Danvers, and by DraftKings Sportsbook.
It is Banner 17. The mission statement is mission accomplished. It is Banner 18. The mission demanded is mission accomplished.
Now, here's Sean Grante and Cedric Maxwell.
And a sold-out TD Garden with the starting lineups. As always, they're brought to you by Amica Insurance, the exclusive auto, home, and life insurance partner of the Boston Celtics. Cole Anthony will start for the injured Jalen Suggs with the veteran and two-time NBA champion now Kentavious Caldwell-Pope at the off-guard spot. Tristan DeSilva, who did some damage against the Celtics 3 weeks ago with a returning Paolo Banchero, the former #1 pick in the draft out of Duke, which is interesting considering who's going to be in the crowd tonight. And Wendell Carter Jr., another Dookie, will start at center. The Celtics will sound like this.
Derek White, University of Colorado.
Drew Holiday, UCLA. Jaylen Brown, California Berkeley.
Jason Tatum, Duke University.
Kristaps Porzingis, Baloncesto Sevilla.
Remember, the Celtics led by 15 in Orlando, ended up losing the game late in a wild game with a bunch of turnovers on December 23rd. The Ford F-150 first quarter presented by Ford F-Series, the #1 selling pickup, a #1 truck in brand loyalty. Tonight's contestant, Michael Beaudry of Somerville. If Boston goes up by 15 at any point during this first quarter, Michael will win the opportunity to see a game from the Ford Sports Deck. Enter the contest at 985thesportshub.com. The Orlando Magic, to me, are a legitimate threat in a 7-game series to the Celtics, but not the version we're going to see tonight.
Yeah, I mean, they're physical, but when they lose one of the Bancheros and the Brogdon brothers, I think one of the things you look at and saying, you know, some of the physicality that they have is out the window. Will those guys be back? I was thinking about something. I asked you a little bit later, but just a snapshot. Is Duke right now the most hollowed franchise basketball-wise when you start thinking about players?
I think in this era, I don't think there's any question. Celtics in the home white at home. Green letters and numbers, they go left to right. Orlando wearing the road blue uniforms with white letters and numbers go right to left. The opening tip gets pinballed around, and it's Kentavious Caldwell-Pope that controls it, puts in the hands of Paolo Banchero, and away we go. Thanks for being with us on a Friday night here. Get used to a lot of national TV. 23 of the final 42 games for the Celtics will be on national TV starting tonight. Banchero dribbles to the free throw line. Jaylen Brown bottles him up. Turn pass to Cole Anthony. Right-hand dribble turns the corner. Kick to the corner. Caldwell-Pope for three. Rims out, and the rebound in and out of the hands of DeSilva, and Drew Holiday's got it.
Wow, got the first defensive rebound.
Drew Holiday bounce pass in the pocket. Finds Porzingis, who steps in behind DeSilva.
What do I tell you about that? Never throw the ball down to a giraffe. This time the giraffe was able to scoop it up.
Giraffe's got pretty good hands. Celtics score first. Orlando last in the NBA in scoring, last in the NBA in three-point shooting. Banchero picked up by Derek White, pulls his way past him, push pass to the corner. Wendell Carter fires up the three and hits it.
That'll be a little bit closer to him, and that's one thing the Celtics have done. Almost daring teams to beat them from the three-point line.
Speaking of guys that went to Duke, his parents were huge academic people. Derek White, left-hand dribble around Banchero. He's in pretty deep, and he throws it off the glass and misses the rim. Okay, Banchero, that happened. Push pass for Anthony, deflected on the bounce by Drew Holiday as Derek White trying to fight out of this slump. So his parents, they wanted Wendell Carter to go to Harvard. Can you imagine Wendell Carter, how he would have dominated the Ivy League?
Well, probably made the correct read, the correct choice.
He might have been here no matter what. You don't know. Banchero. High left-hand dribble, Derek White in front of him. Banchero dribbles between his legs, coming strong down the left side, runs it up. It got partially blocked. I don't know if Derek White got a hand on that. Drew Holiday was there as well, but
numbers.
Holiday for Derek White in the corner. Jaylen Brown steps back behind the line. Pump fake on a three. Returns it to Derek White. He needs one, and he gets one.
Wow. Needed one to go down. And that was Jaylen Brown giving it up.
Celtics did that the other night, kept trying to get him a good look. And Davis Caldwell-Pope dribbles to an open spot at 18 feet, knocks down the jumper, tying the game at 5.
I use that word over and over again. Open, open, open.
Derek White for Drew Holiday, top of the circle. Here's the entry. Porzingis has a small man, Cole Anthony on and turns, flips it up and in with the right hand. And Celtics just going to find Porzingis as long as they put a small on him.
Now you get back the way you play.
The starting 5 numbers have not been good for the Celtics. It's the return of Porzingis. Jaylen Brown almost ripped off Cole Anthony. He backs it out. Anthony wearing a black t-shirt under the blue uniform. Bounce pass, steps Carter into a free throw line jumper, no good. And the rebound for Jaylen Brown. 7 of 5, Celtics by 2. Jaylen, offensive end. Pull-up on Banchero, moves to Tatum, return, entry. Jaylen catches, lays it up, no good. He got pushed in the back, knocked down by Banchero, and Jaylen Brown will get free throws.
Boy, Banchero is a big dude, man. This is a block of a man. I mean, from toe, shoulders, everything. He's just cement.
Well, they chose wisely with their number 1 pick. Think about all the down years that the Celtics never had to go through that so many teams have to get back into the mix. Tatum pull up at 18 feet, tough jumper over Banchero, no good. And Wendell Carter the rebound.
How about these guys you play against all the time in the summer?
Banchero spins behind Wendell Carter, bounce pass for Carter. He's going to kick to the wing. Caldwell-Pope didn't have a good shot. It's unusual for him, so they return it to Banchero. Top of the circle. Spinning on Drew Holiday. Steps back at the free throw line. Jumper's good. Net barely moved.
That was a nice looking move. This time going back over his shoulder off the wrong leg.
So obviously they did not give Jaylen Brown free throws on that, which is a little surprising. Jaylen steps around Caldwell-Pope, who stays behind him, blocks the shot, spikes it into the ground. Here comes De Silva. Lead for Cole Anthony. He's in behind Derek White, scoops it up and in, and Orlando has the lead.
Jaylen just kind of getting himself in some funky areas, right? Just either decide to shoot or gonna pass.
Cole Anthony, of course, the son of Greg Anthony. Stepping to his right, Tatum pretty good looking at 3, switch. Celtics have the lead 10-9. A little more intentionality from the Celtics here at the start.
You can feel that.
Minute number 4, Banchero pressured along the sideline, pass deflected by Tatum, but right to Carter. He finds Banchero coming strong in the baseline, has to avoid Porzingis, can't, and the ball hits Derek White and goes out of bounds, but Porzingis took the rim away. We saw that a lot, and one of the great ironies here and Porzingis is saying that the bench should challenge for a possession. I don't know if it's worth it, and I don't know if they're going to have time. The officials look back and see if they want to challenge. Celtics will say not on this one. Porzingis has played really well, but he's come back at a time that other guys were not. Cole Anthony deep on the right side against Drew Holiday. Left-hand dribble, attacks the paint, floats it over Porzingis. So the shot block no good, but Porzingis went to block the shot, so he wasn't there to box out Carter, who puts it back up and in. 11-10, Orlando by 1. Drew Holiday. Push pass for Tatum straight away. Here's the entry. Porzingis again, this time against De Silva. Rises to the contact, short little jumper is good. Porzingis.
Wow.
Usually is 12 feet away at the shot. He's been catching it about 6 feet away here in the early going. He's hit his first 3 as a result. Cole Anthony entered Banchero. Kick out right side 3 for Carter is no good. Long rebound. Fielded on a hop by Derek White. Celtics by 1 on the ball. Derek White, offensive end, left-hand dribble. Step back in the corner. Carter stays in front of him. White will try with the right-hand dribble, getting deep in the paint. Oh, scoop shot is up and good.
That was tricky.
Porzingis picked off De Silva.
Under the arm this time with the left hand. Ford Cassell running down the sideline.
14-11, Celtics by 3. Cole Anthony behind the window. Carter screens, coming strong down the right side. Kick to the corner for De Silva's 3, which rims out. Offensive rebound, punched in the air by Cole Anthony, all the way out to Banchero.
You have to have those rebounds.
Banchero against Drew Holiday. He's around him, attacks, and gets fouled at the cup by Porzingis.
And saying Drew Holiday might say that was on him instead. He's putting his hand out.
It is. Well, that's what Eddie Palladino says. All right, they're going to say Holiday, so free throws either way for Banchero when we return. 5:07 gone by. Boston 14, Orlando 11 on the BetMGM 98.5, the Sports Hub Celtics Radio Network.
Puka, Bella, I'm sure you've noticed some changes.
Who are you talking to?
I'm just practicing for when I have to tell the dogs about the twins. You know, because...
Be fine in the spacious third row seat.
But the twins...
Can sleep peacefully thanks to the rear manual sunshade.
And what about the...
Extra cargo space for strollers and dog beds?
I guess you're right.
Can we go to the hospital now? The contractions are getting closer.
The 3-row Lexus TX. Because everyone should feel like the center of the universe. Experience amazing at your Lexus dealer.
Hey students, get an easy A with Clinton Savings Bank's Get Real checking account for ages 16 to 25. It comes with access to over 55,000 surcharge-free all-point ATMs and has mobile banking with remote deposit. So it doesn't matter if you're in your hometown or away at school. You can do your banking anywhere right from your phone. You can also set up text notifications and add your debit card to your mobile wallet for an easier checkout. If you're over 18, you can even open an account online at clintonsavings.com. Clinton Savings Bank, member FDIC, member DIF.
Hey, Massachusetts, score even more buckets with BetMGM, an authorized gaming operator of the NBA. Enjoy an NBA odds boost token to snag even more winnings on your basketball wagers. Just log into your BetMGM Sportsbook app and add an NBA wager to your bet slip and activate your odds boost token. If you win the wager that was made with the odds boost token, you will receive extra winnings and unrestricted bonus dollars. BetMGM and GameSense remind you to play responsibly. Hope is here. Call 1-800-327-5050 or visit gamblinghelplinema.org. Must be 21 plus. Massachusetts only. Subject to eligibility requirements. Rewards issued as unrestricted funds. In partnership with MGM Springfield. Play it smart from the start. Live chat at GameSenseMA.com.
Ever wish you could be a world champion like the Boston Celtics? Well, even if that's not in the cards, you can use the same corporate card as the Celtics. Meet Brex, the official corporate card of the Boston Celtics. Brex is the world's smartest corporate card, trusted by over 25,000 companies, from startups to enterprises. Brex cards help you make every dollar count by making it easy to control spending before it happens. Automate manual work and optimize your earnings. Does getting your company more for its money sound like a slam dunk? Get started at Brex.com/grow.
The home of the Bees, the Sports Hub.
Celtics by 3, but it's early. 5:07 in on ESPN Friday night at the Garden. Grandy Max in the Amica Insurance broadcast booth. Celtics basketball presented by Amica Insurance. At Amica, they build a game plan with you in mind. Visit Amica.com today to learn more about Amica's award-winning customer service. Celtics on the front end of a back-to-back. The Atlanta Hawks will be here tomorrow night. They have not played since Wednesday. They had a lot of guys out. They had a nice win in Chicago, and then the Celtics will head west, starting with the big national TV high-profile week next week. TNT on Monday afternoon, Martin Luther King Day in San Francisco against the Warriors. Then the back-to-back against the Clippers and the Lakers. Second half of that is on TNT, and then Saturday night, a week from tomorrow, the ABC game, the finals rematch with the Dallas Mavericks, who figured to have Kyrie Irving but not Luka for that game on Saturday.
Well, Luka has been hurt, won't really come back, and I know he won't qualify now anymore for possible MVP because he doesn't have enough games.
You want to come with me, Dallas Stars and the Golden Knights Friday night in Dallas. Big national game on ESPN.
How about no and no again?
Yeah, our buddy Dave Gosher, former voice of the Bruins.
Gosher.
Now is,
I call him
Las
Davey.
Vegas.
Davey Gosher.
Wasn't he king of the Wild Frontier? Oh, it's David Crockett. Paolo Banchero is at the free throw line. First one is good.
That Duke thing, you think about the players they've had in the last, whatever it is. You can talk about Carolina with Jordan and Perkins and guys like that, but Duke overall with the Grant Hills, Christian Laettners, you know, the Bancheros of the world.
Another number one pick, that kid we saw, that guy named Zion that we saw the other night.
Yeah, bad.
Banchero gets the free throws, 14-13, Celtics by 1. Starting lineup stays out there.
Zone.
Tatum deep on the left side. Right-hand dribble behind the Porzingis screen. Tatum challenged by Carter. And Carter reaches in, knocks the ball away. Tatum has got it back. He's able to move it to Porzingis, who turns, fires, deep three swish.
Wow. Porzingis has another look on his face.
He does.
Which is different than I've seen before.
Yeah, and he talked about not playing with joy. He's not playing with joy right now. He's playing with some anger.
Yeah, it's a mad Brad, as you like to say.
9 points early for Porzingis, 17-13. Well, if you're Porzingis, you keep putting 6'3" guys on to guard me. That's what you're going to get. Banchero for Cole Anthony. He's going to try deep three over Derek White. No good. Porzingis grabs the rebound, his first, and here comes Tatum. Celtics leading by 4. Remember, they took the early lead in Orlando. Tatum didn't play in that game. He drives Duke on Banchero, shuts him off. Out it comes for Jaylen Brown. Jaylen Brown against De Silva, switches to the left-hand, drives, scoops, and scores.
That was cute.
A lot more intentionality towards the rim than the move we saw the other night in Toronto.
That was cute, and he was going north to south.
9-2 is the Boston run. They lead by 6. De Silva. For Carter, and to Cole Anthony, pretty good look at a left side three. Brick barely hits the iron on the left side. Tatum the rebound. Pushes up the right side. Banchero waiting for him. Tatum trying to put him to sleep, dribbling through his legs, hands to Holiday. Holiday looked for that entry to Porzingis. It wasn't there, so he drives, elevates into De Silva, lost the ball, has a back crazy flip shot, no good. That was going nowhere. Holiday was waiting for somebody to open up, and that never did. Remains a 6-point Boston lead. Banchero, bad entry, tried to float it towards Carter. It hits the fingertips of Carter and goes out of bounds. These teams went wild with turnovers in the game in December. Celtics had 19, Orlando had 20.
There's something that I used to hate when my teammate would throw a bad pass and look at me crazy. And it's like, you don't do that. You know, if you screwed up, okay, you screwed up. But don't now come back at me looking like I'm crazy.
If you say something, I mean, if you say something crazy, I don't just stop and stare at you.
Oh, you absolutely do. That's your thing.
Only if it's comedy. Derek White drives, switches to the right hand and scores as soon as Anthony Black came in the game. Derek White went right at him. This is now an 11-2 Boston run. They lead by 8, 21-13. Under 5 minutes to go in the first quarter. Now, Al Horford is in the game. We'll remind you what we said during Celtics Tonight here about Horford playing tonight. Anthony Black, left-hand dribble, turns the corner, over the shoulder pass to Silva, fields it on hop. That gives Pritchard time to get there. De Silva drives a little hop step in the paint, floats it up, and gets the bounce.
Good move.
De Silva cuts it to 6, 21-15. Boston with the lead. Pritchard and Horford replace Tatum and Holiday. Jaylen Brown, and meanwhile, away from the plate, De Silva just hooks the arm of Porzingis. That was a little Brazilian jiu-jitsu from the Brazilian, pulling Porzingis down. Now, Horford playing now means Horford and Porzingis both playing in the game tonight, which makes you wonder how the back-to-back is going to be handled tomorrow against Atlanta. Because generally you've had one or the other in back-to-backs. Jaylen Brown. Straight away, Carter in front of him, puts it in the left hand, now backs it out. Shot clock already down to 5. Jaylen Brown, head of steam, drives past him, gets to the cup and scores. Jaylen Brown is back.
North, south, north, south.
8-point Boston lead. Caldwell Pope jumps back away from Horford and sticks the 3.
Nice job by Caldwell Pope. That's another guy I think Denver definitely missed in the fact of his ability to knock down shots.
Lakers won a championship, got rid of him, said, maybe we shouldn't have. Denver won a championship, got rid of him, and said, maybe we shouldn't have. Porzingis against Anthony Black. Baseline extended. Porzingis backs him down, gets in deep, rises into contact, draws the foul, and this is candy from a baby right now. Porzingis doing whatever he wants because they don't have anybody to guard him.
Well, Porzingis did not settle for the first one, didn't settle for the second one. Took 2 or 3 steps in towards the rim. You got a guy almost 8 feet tall. Once he extends those arms, almost 10 feet tall, has a definite clear advantage.
Really noticeable for a guy who essentially has had a smile on his face from the second he became a Boston Celtic. Gets the first free throw here. And he was the same dude in the back. I saw him 5 minutes ago when he walked on the court and he had the same smile he always had. But from the second he came through the tunnel tonight, the smile is gone.
Well, you understand that there's a sense of urgency with this team. You know, you're defending champions. Everybody's throwing daggers at you right now. It's a station that, the zone, man, they did a big expose on the Celtics. Killed them. And deservedly so.
They came so close to making a Dakota from Braintree joke and decided not to do it. Porzingis gets the free throws, 25-18. Celtics by 7 with 3:52 to go. No. I don't know. Anthony Black out of the logo at center court. Jaylen Brown watching him. Celtics trying to get on the same page defensively here. Sam Hauser is in the game with Pritchard, Porzingis, Horford, and Jaylen Brown. Anthony Black turns the corner, drives in the paint. May have got away with an extra step as he flips it out on the left side. Queen attacking the baseline, goes to the far corner. Pretty good look for Caleb Houston. 3 is an air ball. Should be a shot clock violation. It went out of bounds off the Celtics, but it doesn't matter because that's a shot clock violation. It's the former Michigan Wolverine. Misses everything. Michigan had a brutal loss last night. His 7-footer hit a 3 for the University of Minnesota last night at the buzzer. Across half court to beat them. Porzingis comes out. That's a nice start for Porzingis. 11 points and a rebound in 8.5 minutes. He usually plays the whole first quarter, but he comes out. Cornette comes in. A little different sub pattern for the Celtics here. Pritchard driving on Anthony Black. Spins to his right. He's in pretty deep, but the paint taken away, so he throws out to Jaylen Brown. Switches to the left hand. Drives on Queen. Finger roll a little bit short. Battle for the rebound. Luke Cornette has it. Trying to throw it to the corner. Pritchard's got it. Goes down by Queen. Pritchard steps to his left. Pump fake. No 3 available. Out it comes to Horford. They swing to Jaylen Brown against Blackburn. A shot clock. Jaylen Brown drives in traffic. Handoff Cornette at the last second. Pump fake on Isaac. Misses a bad shot off the glass.
Had plenty of time to lay that basketball up.
This is where Orlando gets dangerous. All these defenders. Here comes Black right down the middle. Flushes arm with the right hand. An immediate timeout for Joe Mazzulla, and he is not happy.
Well, he wasn't happy first. Luke missed a shot, and then Jaylen Brown gambled and got beat going back door.
2:53 to go, opening quarter at the Garden. Boston 25, Orlando 20 on the BetMGM 98.5, the Sports Hub Celtics Radio Network.
Whether you're carpooling the kids to the gym or catching a game at the Garden, those parking lots have one thing in common: Ford SUVs. Because whether you're hauling gear to practice or getting the gang together on Causeway, there's a Ford SUV that's just right for you and your crew, including the Ford Explorer with seating for up to 7, and the Bronco Sport with standard GOAT modes and 4x4 capability. Make your next stop your New England Ford dealers.
We only get 48 minutes together. A few times a week, a few months a year. 48 minutes.
Big game for the Celtics tonight.
Where the 72,000 square miles of New England are focused on nothing but 94 feet of parquet. Because it's us versus the world, and the world versus the world champs. At Amica, we show up for New England, like New England shows up for the Celtics.
Playoffs? We talking about playoffs? You bet we are. And get in on the action at DraftKings Sportsbook, an official sports betting partner of the NFL. Scoring touchdowns is key to winning in the playoffs. And the key to you scoring big is betting on them at DraftKings, the #1 place to bet touchdowns. Ready to place your first bet? Try betting on something simple like a player to score 6. Go to the DraftKings Sportsbook app and make your pick. New DraftKings customers can bet $5 and get $200 in bonus bets instantly. Download the DraftKings Sportsbook app. Use the promo code SPORTSUP. That's promo code SPORTSUP for new customers to get $200 in bonus bets instantly when you bet just $5. Only at DraftKings Sportsbook. The crown is yours.
Hope is here. Call 800-327-5050 or gamblinghelplinema.org. 21 plus. Play it smart from the start. GameSenseMA.com. Massachusetts only. Eligibility restrictions apply. Bonus bets expire 168 hours after issuance. For additional terms and responsible gaming resources, see dkng.co/ftball.
When it comes to Toyo Winter Tires, nobody beats Town Fair Tire, because Town Fair has over 100 locations with over 600,000 tires in stock. So we buy Toyo tires for less and sell Toyo tires for less. The guaranteed lowest price. Plus, we offer so many free services, you get the guaranteed best deal you can find on Toyo Winter Tires. Nobody beats Town Fair Tire. Nobody.
Name brands at discount prices. Town Fair Tire.
Connect with Boston's home for sports online. 98.5 thesportshub.com.
Brex, proud to be the official corporate card of the Boston Celtics. Brex cards help over 25,000 companies make every dollar count. Learn more at Brex.com/grow. Celtics lead the Magic 25-20 with 2:53 to go in the first quarter. Quite the buzz here in the building with a new in-arena Jumbotron feature. Hot takes, including Sam Hauser getting booed out of the building for saying Aaron Rodgers is a top 3 quarterback all time, and Drew Holiday going with the unpopular coffee is overrated hot take.
I'll go with that.
I'm with you.
I'm not a coffee person. I wouldn't say that about Dr. Pepper.
No, I'm with you. Celtics out of the timeout. Pritchard, Hauser, Cornette, Horford, and Tatum back in the game here early with 2:48 to go in the first quarter. Celtics leading 25-20. Pritchard puts in the hands of Tatum against the tall young defender Anthony Black. Tatum, right-hand dribble, trying to turn the corner. Black got too physical and is called for the foul, getting on his shoulder a little bit. Speaking of, Sam Hauser being a Green Bay Packer fan, Xavier Tillman saying the Lions are going to win the Super Bowl. How about Karl Anthony Towns wearing a Philadelphia Eagles jersey on the Knicks bench last night? And he changed into a Knicks jersey at halftime. Pritchard returns to Hauser, steps to his left, 3 is in the air, good.
And, all those guys you talk about who need to get it going, maybe tonight in these first couple of minutes have got it going.
Orlando is dead last in the NBA in three-point shooting. The Celtics over the last 5 games are dead last in the NBA in three-point shooting. Banchero dribbles to the free throw line, jumper good over Horford. 28-22. Boston by 6. Pritchard stops, floats to Cornette, kick out Tatum. Tatum gets the Cornette screen, has Isaac in front of him. So many long defenders on this team, and that's with a lot of guys injured. Tatum floats to the Cornette in the paint, kick out diagonal to the corner. Horford puts it to the floor, throws it back for Cornette, overshoots him on the lob, but Houston pushed him in the back and fouled him. And Cornette should get some free throws here, maybe.
Sure.
Well, did he have 2 hands on it or not? Yeah, he did.
He did. He had one hand on
he's
the
getting
basketball.
free throws. is what I'm saying.
Never mind about.
I'm telling you that I'm reporting.
I understand what you're saying. I'm just
reporting the news.
I'm just saying he should not have gotten free throws because under the letter of the law that you talked about.
Run out there and do some challenge.
Okay, I'll
you
do
know
that.
what?
Hold
they
on.
should give all broadcasters.
Hold on, here go a flag. I'm going to throw it out there right now.
Broadcasters should get one challenge a game. If they get to push the green light, we should get one too.
Okay, well, the green light will be challenged right now. I'm like, what in the world?
Which Dick Vitale coming back and do a game next weekend. ESPN, he got a lot of his treatment just down the street here. 30-22 after the Cornet free throw. Celtics by 8. Speaking of Duke, I think he's going to do a Duke game. 30-22 is the 8-point Boston lead. A minute 49 to go. We lost a giant in sportscasting out of the sports world yesterday. We'll get to that. We lost a great NBA player as well. Paolo Banchero, kick out Queen, dribbles around. Hauser lays it up with the right hand and scores.
Too easy then. Hauser didn't play him the right way.
Javon Queen out of New Mexico State. He was good against the Celtics in that game in December. Tatum shuttle pass in the corner. Quick three out. Horford.
He was ready. He was ready to shoot the ball immediately once it came his way. Set his feet.
And now we're back to the early year Celtics. They are 5 of 5 from 3. And Orlando is 2 of 8. And that's the difference in the game right now. A 9-point Boston lead. Banchero runs into Hauser, turns back to his left. Hauser holds his ground. Double team from Tatum. Bounce pass out for Houston. Return to Banchero. Tatum slides his feet. Really good job on Banchero. And Tatum reaches around, punches the ball. They call the foul. But will the Celtics challenge?
It should be shoot. Should be.
Boy, it looked like Tatum got the ball.
Whoa.
Now, do you want to challenge when it's not free throws?
Yeah.
That it's a risk-reward thing. Shea Flores made the call.
I will not say anything. Quiet.
Why are you? All right, can you not be afraid of this?
Oh, no.
Shea Flores.
Learn a lesson, my friend. I did.
All right, we'll get to Shea Flores here. Final minute, first quarter.
Let me throw the flag real quick.
Queen moves to the left side for Banchero. Right-hand dribble, spins away from Pritchard. Enters to Isaac, who elevates over Cornet. They'll call the foul as Isaac jumps into Cornet. And Jonathan Isaac will get free throws. Shea Flores identifies as binary, uses the pronoun they. That's the extent of it. First official in the NBA.
Okay.
We have, what we're joked about as the first free throw is good, is referencing on radio. If you can't see that and I say they made the call, then it becomes a little bit, that's the only confusion. So I just changed it to Shea Flores made this call. I mean, I think we're past anybody really caring about that stuff anymore. What's the big deal? 102 free throws for Isaac, so 33-25. Believe me, much bigger issues to deal with. Final 40 seconds, first quarter. Jason Tatum against Trevelyan Queen at the free throw line. Steps through the double team of Black right into contact, and more free throws coming. And this has been a very efficient offensive quarter against an elite defensive team. Celtics are 12 of 18, 5 of 5 from 3. They've taken 5 threes, and they've gotten 6 free throws.
Tatum did something with his shoulder here as he's leaning back now. I want to get
He stepped through it. Looked like when Queen committed the foul, sort of reached out and hooked the arm. So Tatum was, against that pressure, rising into the contact, and that could mess up that shoulder a little bit. And it's so jarring when you see Tatum. You become so accustomed. Every time he takes a fall, every time he gets hit, you just shrug your shoulders and you're like, well, that's Jason Tatum. He's going to be fine.
I think that he doesn't elevate like that where you look like he's going to get hurt by something. He's supposed to use a lot of his quickness to get by you. He's still wincing a little bit.
Tobias Keita will check in for Luke Cornet. So the Celtics will use Porzingis, Horford, Cornet, and Keita all in this first quarter.
It'd be nice to have a little bit of Keita because Keita's kind of struggled a little bit with some of these possessions we've seen.
And let's go back to what we said earlier about minutes on the back-to-back with the game tomorrow night against Atlanta. Tatum makes the free throws, and the Celtics have themselves a 9-point lead. We're at 34-25. Banchero spinning on Hauser, scoops it up and in, score that on the foul. You got Hauser in too deep.
See, and here's the thing, the problem with that play. You let Banchero dribble from baseline to baseline. And the thing about you never turned him in the lane until he got in the paint.
You've got a discrepancy with the score.
Hate that.
On the stat sheet, Celtics have 35 points. On the scoreboard, they have 34.
Well, they just changed it.
Well, they fixed it.
Somebody was listening to you.
What is it the one thing I asked for?
Competence or incompetence.
Tell you what, just listen to Max and I call the game, and you will get the score. 35-28, Celtics by a touchdown. 10 on the shot clock, 12 on the game clock. Jumping the passing lane, Trevelyan Queen has the steal. Floats it for Black and misses him. Ball is loose. Queen's got it back with 5 seconds to go. Turns, long cross court. Houston makes the extra pass into the corner. Black three. Would have beaten the buzzer, but it just does rim out. Now the Celtics dodge one at the end of the quarter. But they shoot 67%, 12 of 18. They make all 5 of their threes. A very efficient first quarter, lead by 7. At the end of one, Boston 35, Orlando 28 on the BetMGM 98.5, the Sports Hub Celtics Radio Network.
A sandwich experience so satisfying, so astounding, words fail to describe it. Only a number can. The number 9 from D'Angelo. Grilled sirloin, onions, peppers, and mushrooms smothered in American cheese. It is perfection on bread. Only at D'Angelo.
Now's the time for a great deal on a new Honda. It's time to drive smarter with high-tech features and excellent reliability. It's time for intelligent design, plus exciting performance. Get a new vehicle you'll love. Check out the Honda Civic, Accord, or HR-V.
See dealer for financing details.
With the Shawzer Star Market Deals and Delivery app, you'll earn points on every purchase. And now there are even more ways to easily redeem your points for rewards. Members enjoy personalized deals and can save up to 20% weekly. Earn gas discounts of up to $1 a gallon at participating stations. And can easily opt in to redeem points for automatic cash off at checkout. Just set it and forget it. All with the Shawzer Star Market Deals and Delivery app. Become a member for free when you download today. What does the future hold for business? Can someone invent a crystal ball? Until then, over 41,000 businesses have future-proofed their business with NetSuite by Oracle, the #1 cloud ERP, bringing accounting, financial management, inventory, and HR into one platform. With real-time insights and forecasting, you're able to peer into the future and seize new opportunities. Download the CFO's Guide to AI and Machine Learning for free at netsuite.com/Celtics. That's netsuite.com/Celtics.
From the electricity in the arena to the highlight reel plays, there's nothing quite like Celtics basketball. And this season, you can be there live to cheer them on. As the official marketplace of the NBA, Ticketmaster has you covered with the largest selection of seats for any budget. Get off the couch and into the stands. Grab your tickets now at Ticketmaster.com/Celtics.
The Celtics play here at the Sports Hub.
To the second quarter we go at TD Garden. The first quarter, as always, brought to you by the Ford F-150. Your New England Ford dealers, the #1 selling pickup and #1 truck in brand loyalty. Celtics by 7, 35-28. Orlando had a pretty efficient offensive first quarter, particularly inside the paint. They were 9 of 13 inside the three-point line. Banchero, 9 points. You know he wants to play well. He's actually talking about how he wants to put on a show all-star-wise. Like, he cannot be in the all-star game. He's only played 8 games this year. But
I mean, the all-star game, if they're not going to change the format, what kind of performance you going to put on?
Unrivaled, the new women's league starting tonight in Miami, and they're going the 3-on-3, and they're also going with something I think, if you want to come up with a crazy rule for the NBA, I wouldn't mind if the league tried for 1 year in overtime to go with the Elam ending and not the timed overtime. Just, you pick a score. That's what they're doing in the new Unrivaled league. In the fourth quarter, once the score, you have to get to a score. If you're not familiar with the Elam ending, it means after 3 quarters, whatever the score is, you pick a score, and the first team to get to that number wins.
Elam must have been in my hometown, because we used to do that.
Tatum, yeah, he did miss a guy, but he finds Hauser here straight away. Moves to the left corner, Pritchard. Pritchard against Anthony Black. Pritchard knocks him away, goes to the right hand and scores off the window. And Pritchard, you're going to be undersized. You've got to figure out a way the officials can't see and knock the guy away. That's what he does. 37-28. Celtics by 9, early second quarter. Celtics trying to snap out of this funk. Entry towards Banchero. Pritchard is leaning on his shoulder. It's called for the foul. Jimmy Butler is starting. That is an 8 o'clock game tonight in Miami. Miami and Denver, the rematch of the finals from a couple years ago.
I wonder if he got booed.
It's an 8 o'clock game, so they haven't announced the starting lineups yet. Interesting question, though. Anthony Black down the right side, throws his head back as he launches a shot, gets a second foul quickly on Pritchard. And Anthony Black will get free throws.
Anthony Black, big body. What we saw down in Orlando, which was crazy. Queen, who was just kind of from the other league, banked in 2 threes, and that's why he knew it was going to be Orlando's night.
Anthony Black, who went viral last week as he got detonated by Anthony Edwards. However, that one got knocked off the page by the one that didn't count the other night. If you haven't seen John Morant on Wemby.
Everybody so screaming about it, but the play was already dead.
Yeah, Anthony Black makes the free throws. Seen a few of those over the years. Some really great ones, and of course the Tony Allen one, which was not as great. 37-30, Celtics by 7. Tatum, right-hand dribble. Shoes block away, steps back into a three. It's no good, and the rebound for Jonathan Isaac. Another guy, so good to see him out there. Missed more than half of his career. It's 2 years, 2 full years because of injury. Banchero moving to his right. Sam Hauser in front of him. Banchero tried to step back, didn't have it. Now puts it in the right hand. Hauser slides his feet. Banchero gives it up to Anthony Black, but the shot clock's down to 4. Anthony Black against Sam Hauser. Tries him, steps through, scoops and scores. Wow, Sam Hauser had to play 20 seconds of defense there. Anthony Black had to make a very tough shot to beat him. Boston lead down to 5. Pritchard coming strong in the baseline. Bounce pass to the left corner. Hauser attacks the paint off the wrong foot, runs it off the window and in. He was off balance.
Yeah, he did. The defender pulled away. He had nobody to lean into.
39-32. Very efficient offensive half here for the Celtics, who struggled on that end, but defensively not been able to string together any stops. Banchero steps to his left. His three bounces short. Rebound, Cornette. Orlando now 2 of 10 from 3. They are dead last in the NBA in three-point shooting. Pritchard for Horford. Right-hand dribble, up fakes, drives on Banchero, scoops it up, no good. Absolutely looked like a foul. Al thought he got fouled, no call. Here comes Banchero. Into the front court. Banchero spins on Hauser, flips to the corner, waiting. Queen's three is no good. The rebound for Tatum.
That guy hit on the hand, man. I'm starting to get like Tommy. Where's the foul?
These guys. Pritchard, start and stop, drives on Houston, trapped onto the basket, floats it all the way out. Dangerous, knocked away by Queen from Tatum, but Tatum will get it in the backcourt and crosses back into the offensive end with 8 on the shot clock. Tatum spins, tough shot, falling away from the elbow, going to be short, but an offensive rebound for Cornette. Kick out Sam Hauser. Finds Pritchard in the corner. Pritchard was out of bounds when he caught it. The old bugaboo. They used to get Peyton Pritchard as a rookie, stepping out of bounds as he caught a pass.
And you're Orlando right now, you're still in pretty good shape. The Celtics have played a really good quarter, really good first half, where Orlando's kind of staying right in there. Brown was trying to get in this game. I don't think they're going to allow him to come in. Remember, the old school was when we just walk off the bench.
Say, hey, I'm in.
I got you. Now you got to go to the scores table. You got to check in.
It's like TSA and Real ID and everything. It's much harder now. 39-32, Boston by 7. 9:15 to go exactly if you're syncing up with TV. ESPN game tonight. Anthony Black down the right side. Hauser again slides his feet. Black step back. Tough shot from the baseline is no good. Cornette grabs the rebound. They are making Sam Hauser work, and he's holding his ground here. Pritchard lead for Al Horford. Return to Pritchard on the wing. Left-hand dribble. Quick entry to Luke Cornette. Zips it back to Pritchard. Still 12 on the shot clock. Tatum's got it against Anthony Black. Tatum puts it in the right hand. Turns the corner. Attacks the paint. Goes to the left in traffic and scores off the glass.
That's a nifty move. Jumping back between 2 defenders.
7 points, 4 rebounds, 3 assists for Tatum. Cole Anthony drives a running hook over Horford is good.
Nice move by Cole Anthony.
41-34. Orlando's been good offensively in the paint here. Trailed by 7. Pritchard bounce entry. Tatum this time against Trevelyan Queen. Pump fake, gets Queen up in the air, drives around him, gets to the cup, little scoop, reverse up and in.
Boy, it does that so well. Again, avoids the contact. Guys are stationary. He runs behind them.
Celtics by 9. Their largest lead is 10. Cole Anthony for Wendell Carter. Bounce pass. Queen, right-hand dribble, return in the paint. Carter, pump fake. Cornette doesn't go for it, and Cornette just tried to muscle Carter ended up committing the foul.
Called a little pump fake. When you think about it, Van Caro and Carter, you know, you think of their size, they look very similar with their build. Very block-shaped guys.
Add the Wagners to this mix, add Suggs to this mix, and Batazzi.
Yeah, right. That team could be really, really interesting going to play. They're not going to be easy out.
They lost. The Celtics very nearly saw them in the playoffs last year. Remember, these two teams have not met in the playoffs in 15 years. Celtics nearly saw them last year as Carter misses the first free throw, but Orlando lost that Game 7 at Cleveland in the first round.
Orlando Game 7 game series, me at Disney property, 4 seasons. Ooh, okay, all right, take that.
How do you know that hotel would be available?
It will be. It's signed a contract. It's good.
It's hard to. I mean, the Magic could be in that.
Hey, tell you what, it better not be that other place, the Bohemian, where it's dog friendly. Oh, I hate that place.
You got that weird artwork on the wall that's like staring at you.
I had a dog barking for 2 straight hours.
That's not a euphemism. That's actually true. 43-35 after 1 or 2 free throws for Carter. Derek White back in the game. Here's the entry to Tatum. Tatum spinning on Cole Anthony, muscles him in deep, puts it off the glass and gets the bounce. The same bounce the Celtics have not been getting for the last 2 weeks. They're getting tonight. They lead by 10, 45-35. Cole Anthony switches to the right hand, attacks Holiday, goes to the left hand and scored. Orlando is playing well here, and they're playing hard. 45-37, Celtics by 8. 7:31 to go first half. Derek White against Cole Anthony, steps back away from him into a 3 that's short. Long rebound for Cole Anthony.
That shot was almost automatic.
Celtics missed a couple of threes here in the second quarter. They were 5 for 5 in the first. Cole Anthony drives, gets fouled at the dotted line. Is he going to get free throws or not is the question.
Yes.
He will.
Porzingis reaching, and that's one thing you don't do. If you're big like that, why are you reaching trying to make a steal? Porzingis, you wait for that ball to come out of somebody's hand and swat it away.
What do you always say?
You reach, I teach.
Preach.
Preach, preacher.
Cole Anthony's first free throw is good. The other question, you were wondering if Jimmy Butler was going to get booed by Miami. I'm curious. I'm going to try to Google it now and do a little social media search. Did Julius Randle get booed or cheered? His return tonight to Madison Square Garden, playing for Minnesota. Cole Anthony gets the free throws.
Here's the thing. Why would you point it up?
I agree with you, but very divisive figure during his time in New York. Derek White strong down the left side against Cole Anthony. Takes him in deep, goes off the glass, no good. Rebound, Carter deflects it, and eventually ends up in the hands of Anthony Black. I like to see Derek White at least aggressive. Lead pass in the corner. Caldwell Pope keeps it away from Porzingis. Orlando within 6 here. Caldwell Pope. Here's the entry. Carter against Tatum. Tatum pulls the rug. No, they're calling the foul. Oh, Tatum can't believe it. He thought he pulled the rug, and they got Wendell Carter stumbling and traveling. We're going to get a look at the Jumbotron. Oh, that was not a good one. We got an immediate timeout anyway, so the Celtics will have time to think about whether they want to challenge that or not. 6:54 to go. First half, Boston 45, Orlando 39 on the BetMGM 98.5, the Sports Hub Celtics Radio Network.
Puka, Bella, I'm sure you've noticed some changes.
Who are you talking to?
I'm just practicing for when I have to tell the dogs about the twins. You know, because of...
Be fine in the spacious third row seat.
But the twins...
Can sleep peacefully thanks to the rear manual sunshade.
And what about the...
Extra cargo space for strollers and dog beds?
I guess you're right.
Can we go to the hospital now? The contractions are getting closer.
The 3-row Lexus TX, because everyone should feel like the center of the universe. Experience amazing at your Lexus dealer.
Hey, Massachusetts, score even more buckets with BetMGM, an authorized gaming operator of the NBA. Enjoy an NBA odds boost token to snag even more winnings on your basketball wagers. Just log into your BetMGM Sportsbook app and add an NBA wager to your bet slip and activate your odds boost token. If you win the wager that was made with the odds boost token, you will receive extra winnings and unrestricted bonus dollars. BetMGM and GameSense remind you to play responsibly. Hope is here. Call 1-800-327-5050 or visit gamblinghelplinema.org. Must be 21 plus. Massachusetts only. Subject to eligibility requirements. Rewards issued as unrestricted funds. In partnership with MGM Springfield. Play it smart from the start. Live chat at GameSenseMA.com.
Green Teamers tomorrow from 5 to 7. Enter for a chance to win the Fans of the Fine Life Game Day giveaway, including Celtics tickets, car service to the game, and more. Courtesy of Corona, official cerveza of the Boston Celtics at Jay's Wine and Spirits in Fall River. Rules and restrictions apply. Must be 21 plus.
98.5 The Sports Hub and the Celtics Radio Network welcome the following new partners. FindMassMoney.gov. Did you know 1 in 10 people in Massachusetts have unclaimed property? FindMassMoney.gov is a free service from the Massachusetts State Treasurer's Office. Visit FindMassMoney.gov and see if you're on the list. Lexus. Experience amazing at your Lexus dealer today. And Cambridge Savings Bank. Put Cambridge Savings Bank into your small business starting lineup today. From the home of the Celtics, thank you for joining our winning team.
Finally, the North Shore has a convenient Kia location. Kia North Danvers, the latest addition to the ICL family of dealerships, where you'll find a great selection of new and used Kias at incredible pricing. Learn more at KiaNorthDanvers.com.
Listen live. Check out our podcast with the 98.5 The Sports Hub app.
How about that, Max, right?
Love you, Max.
Well, tell us about your experience at the State House that we just heard.
I was invited. The governor had a state of the state, big talking points, and she recognized the Celtics, and she recognized me while I was there, and stayed for a minute, said my hellos.
And you think I wasn't invited because of that one time I couldn't talk to her and I blew her off? Well, I had to go run and do another hit somewhere.
I was trying to talk to her, and you put your hand up like, hey.
Then she came back. Yeah, that was
like,
true.
Whoa.
Didn't happen a second time.
Well, Celtics had a chance to challenge. They did not challenge that play.
So as a result, Carter will get free throws. Orlando's already cut it from 10 down to 6, 45-39. And now Wendell Carter missed a free throw earlier. And again, there's so many things you have to consider when you're challenging. Wendell Carter missed a free throw earlier. Not a great free throw shooter.
That's not Cooper,
fascinating. No, that's
a coach.
That's talking to Abby. Yeah, that's John Shire, who's the coach now at Duke. Cooper Flag is here. First free throw is good for, or supposed to be here. I have not seen him.
Remember they had a chance to talk to Rick Pitino down in Miami, and they were like...
Missed free throw, loose ball foul against Orlando is what's happening here. Celtics get it up by 5.
Yeah, my bud Greg Dickinson was there and said, Greg Dickinson, yeah, you know, Rick Pitino's at the game right now. That was after everything that happened.
He didn't talk to him.
And he said, oh, we don't want to talk to him. I said, nothing newsworthy there? It's like, no, we don't want to talk to Rick Pitino.
No, Jimmy Butler's at the game. We don't, no news there. Drew Holiday for Jason Tatum. Right side, Carter in front of him. Tatum dribbling between his legs. Now starts his drive down the right side. Pump fake high off the window and in. Carter didn't go for the pump fake, so Tatum had to be creative on that angle. Tatum is up to 13 points now, 4 rebounds, 3 assists. 47-40, Boston by 7. Just Duke night all over this building. De Silva back in the game with the bounce entry. Carter spinning on Porzingis, scores with the left hand.
Great move to the baseline, shooting over 7-footer. That was a nice move.
47-42. It's a higher level game for both sides. Remember, Orlando's coming off a bad performance. They got crushed in Milwaukee on Wednesday night. 47-42. Here comes Tatum pulling up at the elbow. His jumper, good. Boy, Tatum is locked in here. He's hit 4 in a row. He's up to 15 points on 6 of 9 shooting. 49-42. Celtics by a touchdown midway through the second. Got 49 points on the board against the number 2 defensive team in the NBA. Cole Anthony dribbles behind the window. Carter screen. Attacks Drew Holiday. Flips it up with the right hand. Comes up short. Rebound comes right back to him. And he's able to throw out to Caldwell Pope. Cross court deflected and stolen by Jaylen Brown. That's a great steal. Dribbles behind his back away from De Silva. Jaylen into the offensive end. Coming downhill. Kick to the wing. Tatum shovel pass into the corner. Derek White throws up a shot. Feeling contact from De Silva. And did he earn himself free throws? He sure did.
Don't think he did. It's on the side.
They might overrule. He was definitely awarded free throws by Mark Lindsay. He might be changing his call.
Mark Lindsay, when he went up, he was like saying it wasn't any good. But if he had went straight up with the basketball, I think they would have gave him 2. But instead, he avoided the contact.
Andy Nagy made the overrule. And the crew chief, Mark Lindsay, went with it. So it'll be a side out of bounds. That makes up for the ones that they gave Cornette before, right? See how it all comes around. Jaylen Brown, inbound safe through the Porzingis. looking Derek White's way. That was getting fronted, so the handoff instead to Drew Holiday. Drew Holiday going to pull up, sees a three in front of him, but comes up short, though, on the rebound for Wendell Carter. Orlando with the ball down 7, 5:12 to go. First half. Cole Anthony, right-hand dribble behind the Wendell Carter screen. Stops at the dotted line, hounded by Jaylen Brown, who knocks it away and comes away with the basketball. Jaylen on the offensive end, he fumbles it and dribbles it out of bounds. Ball came a little too far away from him. He runs all the way up the tunnel near us. Defense for the veteran Corey Joseph there.
I thought it could have been a hold, and Jaylen just kind of let the basketball go, but they could have called a breakaway because the guy hit as he stole that basketball. Odd calls right now, or non-calls by the officials.
Orlando back with the ball, 5 minutes to go in the first half. 49-42 is the Celtics lead. Joining us a little bit late, or it seems late to you. This game started at 7 o'clock for ESPN, not at 7:30. Cole Anthony dribbles to the dotted line, squares, tough fall away is good.
Cole Anthony gets it going, man. He can be a menace.
I'm like, who's our guy used to do that all the time? That journeyman, veteran. Great entry to Tatum, sneaks it in behind Cole Anthony. Two-hand slam, and Cole Anthony commits the foul, which he didn't need to do.
It was a great seal then by Tatum that allowed the pass to come at him, and he went between it, caught the ball, and went up quickly as the guy hit in the back of the head. He didn't think he was going to get the call here. Cole Anthony whacked him pretty good in the back of the head. I got hit like that one time with Ricky Mahorn. Gave him a pump fake, man, and he didn't care. he was a coming. And when he came down on me, it was every bit of 300 pounds crashing onto an ant.
Tatum misses the free throw, so no three-point play. We're at 51-44, Boston by 7. Celtics bottom 3 offense of the NBA the last 4.5 games. Starting at OKC, but been very efficient here. Banchero pulls up on Holiday, 12-foot jumper, no good. Tatum another rebound, his 5th. Here come the Celtics leading by 7. Derek White. Entry for Jaylen Brown. Spinning on Anthony. Kick out. Holiday, pretty good look. Left corner 3. Nope. Long rebound. And Wendell Carter is fouled on a reach in by Jaylen Brown. Celtics are over the limit. So we'll walk down to the other end and shoot free throws.
I almost rather for Jaylen to go. I know it was a wide open look, but I'd rather for him to go up with the basketball. He is 2 feet away from the rim. Take that shot. Take a higher precision shot.
10-second station identification on the BetMGM 98.5, the Sports Hub Celtics Radio Network.
From the Town Fair Tire Studios, this is Boston's home for sports. WBZ-FM at HD Boston 98.5, the Sports Hub. The media group station.
Randy and Max, 19,000 of our closest friends here. A little back-to-back home weekend. Celtics will host the Magic tonight and the Atlanta Hawks, who are already in town tomorrow night.
What I loved about the governor's meeting the other day is she actually said at the end of her speech, in the middle of the speech, when she recognized, she said, "Hey, we really love Max." I was like, man, what job security that is. The governor of the state.
We, for some reason, our demographic, we're big with governors. Because Charlie Baker was a big Randy Max guy.
Well, they're on the road a lot, so they were catching us.
51-46 after the free throws. By the way, I got the guy I was thinking of before that used to make that move. That a great name too. Jaylen Brown dribbles behind the back, pass for Porzingis, another 3. The Celtics are 6 of 10 from distance, and they've only taken 10 of 34 shots from 3. Cole Anthony. Now with the Magic down by 8. Right-hand dribble drive. Tatum pulls away. Cole Anthony moves it to the corner. Queen now challenged by Tatum. Right-hand dribble. Queen backs it out. Gives to Banchero to try to bail him out with 4 on the shot clock. Banchero bounce pass back to Queen. Left side 3. Air ball. Out of bounds it goes.
Great defense by the Celtics. Hat on a hat. Body on a body. Everybody connected defensively. The effort defensively is so much better than that.
And Orlando has done well to shoot 49% against it. 54-46, Boston by 8. 3:12 to go first half. Drew Holiday loses his man, steps back behind the line and finally knocks down a 3. And just like the last couple of years, the Celtics from the 3-point line are starting to pull away up by 11. Falling away, Banchero, tough shot from the baseline, air ball, but a funny rebound comes right to Carter. Bounce pass to Banchero, elevates before Porzingis can turn around. That throws down a left-handed jam over him. 57-48, Boston by 9. Porzingis puts it in the hands of Tatum. Tatum against Wendell Carter. Duke everywhere. Tatum dribbling between his legs. Steps to his left. Here comes that three. Short, front iron, long rebound comes to Wendell Carter. Banchero push up the left side. Holiday waiting for him. Banchero dribbling low, steps back away from Holiday, 17 feet, knocks down a jumper.
And the Celtics, as well as they're playing right now.
Yep, only up 7. As I said, it's been a really good offensive half. Jalen with crossover, throws to the corner. Tatum, good look at a three. Got it.
And, you know, Brown being more of a facilitator now. This time penetrate, kicking off to a shooter.
Third assist for Jalen Brown. Celtics are 8 of 13 from 3. They lead by 10, 60-50. Banchero against Drew Holiday. Final 2 minutes first half. Banchero draws the double team. Bounce pass for Cole Anthony. Wide open three. Got it. Magic had been just 2 of 12 from distance. 60-53. Boston by 7. Derek White down the right side. And Jalen Brown to the corner. Jalen Brown driving on Trevelyan Queen. Steps through. Crazy scoop shot. Bounces in. Scored and a foul. And every bounce that the Celtics have not gotten for the last 2 weeks, they are getting in the first half tonight.
Great move this time. Stepping through. Are the Magic going to challenge this?
They've got a full timeout to do it. Minute 36 to go in the first half. Boston 62, Orlando 53 on the BetMGM 98.5, the Sports Hub Celtics Radio Network.
For 48 straight years, Ford F-Series have been the best-selling trucks in America. We got here by engineering breakthrough technology, redefining Built Ford Tough, and never settling for second best. But what's really made Ford F-Series the #1 selling trucks in America is you. Ford F-Series, Built Ford Tough. Based on 1977 to 2024 calendar year total sales.
Celtics coverage on the Sports Hub is brought to you by Amica Insurance. Peace of mind is a valuable thing, especially when it comes to you and your family. Whether it's your auto, home, or life insurance, Amica has policies that fit your specific needs. And their friendly and knowledgeable representatives will work with you to make sure you have the right amount of coverage in place. Visit amica.com to learn more.
DraftKings has the tools to help you play within your limits. Don't budge on your budget. With the options to set time limits and deposit limits, schedule time away from play, manage your payment methods, and keep track of your recent stats. You'll have all the tools to create a winning game plan. Because when it comes to betting, it's more fun when it's for fun. The crown is yours. Gambling problem? Call 1-800-GAMBLER. Visit rg.draftkings.com for more info.
Hi, Cedric Maxwell. As a former professional basketball player, 2-time world champion, and calling the games at 98.5 The Sports Hub, fans know I love the Green Team. I want to share my experience with another amazing Green Team, FindMassMoney.gov. Did you know that 1 in 10 people have unclaimed property from things like an uncashed check, refund from an overpaid bill, or long-forgotten savings account? I found money, and so can you. FindMassMoney.gov is a free service from the Massachusetts State Treasury Office. Visit FindMassMoney.gov and see if you have any green waiting for you.
The home of the Revs, the Sports Hub.
Morgan, a smash up the middle, base hit to center. Here comes Gomez, around third, a throw, and the Brewers win. The Brewers are moving on a base hit by Niger Morgan. He's being mobbed. Wow, what a scene.
We lost a giant yesterday in sportscasting and sports in the world, and Bob Uecker at just before his 91st birthday. He's coming up in a couple of weeks. Longtime voice of the Milwaukee Brewers, who he transcended everything. The hardest part was trying to pick something to play of Bob Uecker's, because he was in so many different capacities, not just as the voice of the Brewers, but in those, must be in the front row. That was an iconic commercial back in the day. Obviously played Harry Doyle in the movie Major League as the announcer for the reason he's in that movie, by the way, as the Cleveland Indians announcer, is that movie was shot in Milwaukee at County Stadium in Milwaukee, and just impacted you. I know a lot of people that knew him well And people who've been around say they'd never met a funnier man than Bob Uecker, who sort of invented the idea of self-deprecation as a guy who was a Major League Baseball player. Yet he made a career kind of making fun of himself, as a Major League player.
Well, you also talk about Gus Williams, the Wizard.
We have a separate highlight segment coming up for Gus Williams later. I don't want to waste, I think they each deserve their own, don't you?
Gus was a fantastic player, and you're probably right. I tried to jump the gun.
A little bit. 63-53 after the free throw for Jaylen Brown gives him a three-point play. Celtics by 10, 1:26 to go. First half. The Magic have played really well here, but the Celtics are playing better, and they're making their threes. Celtics 8 of 13 from distance. Here's the entry to Banchero. Drew Holiday holds his ground. Jaylen tried to reach in at the last second and committed a dangerous touch foul. As Banchero got a pretty good shot away. It's no good, but he'll get free throws.
Banchero so strong. The time he gets it in the post, you cannot stop him.
Now, you were talking earlier how you don't necessarily trust OKC because of the way the playoff games play out.
Slow down.
So by that measure, Orlando is going to be a tough playoff team.
Yes. And rightly so when you think about big size also. That's another thing I look at. Size in the playoffs. You can have these great teams that play so well during the regular season, but when it gets to the playoffs, you can have bigger, stronger guys. Remember how well the Bruins played that year when then all of a sudden just kind of slacked off?
Which year was that? Specifically.
All of them. How about that?
You hit me with the Nate Bargatze there.
Yeah.
All of them.
All of them.
All of them.
You know what? Sean loves to smile when he thinks he has you. You give him an answer, he goes, oh, well, never mind.
You escaped. 63-54. 9-point lead. Here's Drew Holiday stepping back into another three. Celtics 9 of 14 from three. They got their three back. They got their mojo back, and they lead by 12. Final minute, first half.
You think about it, still should be leading by more than this.
Banchero bumps into Derek White, attacks, runs it up, blocked from behind. Porzingis got a hand on that, and here comes Jaylen Brown into the front court. Celtics have the 2 for 1. Porzingis wants it, but Jaylen instead going to turn the corner and get stripped of the ball. Great bounce down by Caldwell Pope, reaching out with his hand and just slamming down on the basketball to knock it loose. Banchero dribbles behind his back. Good help from Holiday. Forces the kick out. Caldwell Pope back to Banchero. Right-hand dribble. Attacking Jaylen Brown. Gets to the baseline. Jaylen holds his ground. Banchero turns, fades. Does not get the bounce. Under the rebound. The 6th for Tatum.
Great
and
rebound.
The Celtics a hole for the final shot.
Now let's see if they get the final shot. We've seen too many of these offensive fouls. Something bad happens.
Shot clock is off. 10 seconds to go in the half. Celtics leading by 12.
Pick and roll here with Porzingis.
Setting it for Tatum. Tatum moving to his left. Has Carter in front of him. 3 seconds to go. Tatum steps to his right. Follow away three. Air ball. Rebounded by Banchero. And that's how the first half will come to an end. High-level game. Both teams coming off bad performances have both raised their game, the Celtics in particular, from the three. Coming up at halftime, Joe Murray will run you through scores from around the NBA. Jimmy Butler returns to the court. Julius Randle returns to Madison Square Garden. And then back here at the Garden with the Celtics trying to snap out of this mini-funk and close the first half of the season with their 29th win. They lead the Magic 66-54. It's halftime on the BetMGM 98.5, the Sports Hub Celtics Radio Network.
Cadillac knows that icons aren't just born, they're made. Just like the vibrant all-electric Lyriq. Elevate your style in a Cadillac, the official luxury vehicle of the Boston Celtics, and me, Cedric Maxwell.
Fresh, light, and delicious. Salad kits are on sale at Shaw's and Star Market. Now through Thursday, pick up Taylor Farms, Bright Farms, and Little Leaf salad kits. Select sizes and varieties for just $2.97 each when you use the digital coupon. Limit 3. When you shop with the Shaw's app, you get amazing deals and earn points on every purchase. Short on time? Order free curbside pickup or get delivery. Hurry and save on salad kits complete with dressing and toppings. Shaw's and Star Market, perfecting the art of fresh.
NBA All-Star voting presented by AT&T is open now.
My favorite time of the year.
And this year, folks, NBA All-Star is back with a brand new twist. 4 teams, single elimination.
I like that, Ernie. Oh, I'm ready.
So make your voice heard and vote for your All-Stars every day. You could even win a trip to watch the game live.
I know my picks will be way better than Chuck's. Stop lying, Shaq.
NBA All-Star voting presented by AT&T is now open. Head to NBA.com/vote and pick your All-Stars today.
day. The new year brings new adventures. Make sure your vehicle is ready to take on this exciting new chapter with Valvoline Instant Oil Change. They'll complete your stay-in-your-car oil change in about 15 minutes. Plus, no appointment is ever needed. Don't spend hours at the dealership. Use that extra time to work on your New Year's resolutions. Visit NewEnglandOilChange.com to save 15% off your next visit and find your nearest location. Valvoline Instant Oil Change, the official oil change of the road ahead.
Hey, Celtics fans, want to go to a Celtics game? Ace Ticket has your seats, and at Ace Ticket, we have all-in pricing. The first price you see is the price you pay. Visit aceticket.com.
Right now at Wendy's, get 2 faves for $7. The spicier classic chicken sandwich, Dave's single, or 10-piece nugs. 2 faves for just $7? Gotta be Wendy's.
At participating Wendy's for a limited time only. Select a request 2 for $7 deal to redeem. Not valid in a combo or with saucy nugs. Single item at regular price. Prices may be higher in Alaska and Hawaii.
The only place to hear the game. The Sports Hub.
Jalen will crossover, throws to the corner. Tatum, good look at a three. Got it.
And Brown being more of a facilitator now. This time penetrating, kicking off to a shooter.
All right, welcome into Celtics halftime. I'm Joe Murray, and well, that was Jason Tatum, who had 20 first half points, and the player taking care of business in the first half, which is brought to you by Cambridge Savings Bank. Small business owners, let CSB help move your small business forward. Creative solutions and quick decisions. Visit CambridgeSavings.com/small business to start your relationship today. Well, 66 points for the Green in the first half. They have been struggling, and they made some adjustments in the first half, and it looks like it may have benefited Jason Tatum, who has been playing the entire first quarter, took a break, and then came back late in that first quarter, got a little bit of a shoulder, I don't want to call it an injury, but he was rubbing that thing down a little bit there. But 20 points, 22 minutes, had 6 rebounds and 3 assists. Also, Kristaps Porzingis, a very solid first half. He had 14 points, including 1 rebound, 5 of 5 from the field, 2 for 2 from downtown. Let's hear from Kristaps Porzingis.
Jalen Brown dribbles behind the back, pass for Porzingis, another 3. The Celtics are 6 of 10 from distance, and they've only taken 10 of 34 shots from 3.
No, only 15 threes in the first. Well, they're shooting 60%. I mean, who could complain about that? Was there an adjustment there? Less 3? We'll do that in post game later on tonight. But just taking a look at the rest of the Celtics lineup here. Drew Holiday, 14 minutes. He's got 6 points, 3 assists, 2 rebounds. Derek White, shooting better tonight, at least 3 for 6 from the field, 1 for 2 from downtown. He has 7 points. And Jalen Brown, who played most of the first quarter, again, another adjustment there. He had 17 minutes, 3 for 5 from the field. He had 4 first quarter points and then finished the half with 7 points. The rest of the roster here, Sam Hauser was back in the rotation as well. He hit his 3, 8 minutes, 2 for 2 from the field, 5 points. Al Horford only played 9 minutes. Did hit a 3 as well. He had his only 3 points. Luke Cornett in 7 minutes has 4 rebounds. Also has 2 points in this one. And then Peyton Pritchard in his 9 minutes, 2 points. Neemias Queta seeing some action in the first half. When it comes to Orlando, Paolo Banchero is the big-time player for them. He had 14 first-half points, 5 or 12 from the field. Cole Anthony's got 13 points, and Wendell Carter Jr. has 11. We will take a look at around the NBA as well, some of the other scores that are going on, but we all wanted to see what the Celtics would do and how they would respond after the loss against the Toronto Raptors the other night. Well, they responded with 66 first half points in this one. We'll see how it all finishes up here. I'm Joe Murray. We will get your Sports Hub headlines. Plenty of Patriots news today as well. We'll get into all that coming up here on the other side. Celtics lead Orlando 66-54 at halftime. I'm Joe Murray here on the BetMGM 98.5 The Sports Hub Celtics Radio Network.
Brought to you by the Lexus TX. Whether you're a passenger princess, a new set of twins, or even the family dog, everyone travels in luxurious comfort in the Lexus TX.
Hey, Massachusetts, score even more buckets with BetMGM, an authorized gaming operator of the NBA. Enjoy an NBA odds boost token to snag even more winnings on your basketball wagers. Just log into your BetMGM Sportsbook app and add an NBA wager to your bet slip and activate your odds boost token. If you win the wager that was made with the odds boost token, you will receive extra winnings and unrestricted bonus dollars. BetMGM and GameSense remind you to play responsibly. OPC here. Call 1-800-327-5050 or visit gamblinghelplinema.org. Must be 21 plus. Massachusetts only. Subject to eligibility requirements. Rewards issued as unrestricted funds. In partnership with MGM Springfield. Play it smart from the start. Live chat at GameSenseMA.com.
There she is, founder and CEO. High five.
Dave can't stop celebrating with every business owner in town.
All right, Baker Man. High five.
He's sharing the excitement of big savings with the Comcast Business 5-year price lock guarantee.
Oh, up top, bike shop. Yeah.
It's 5 years of gig speed internet.
Quick, high five.
5 years of advanced security.
5 years.
And 5 years of a great rate that won't change.
Yeah, law partners. Chamberlain, Messethorpe, Dubois.
All from the company with 99.9% network reliability. Switch today and get the 5-year price lock guarantee.
5 years.
It's back, but only for a limited time.
Woo.
Powering 5 years of savings, powering possibilities. Comcast Business.
Can't forget you, voiceover guy.
Ah, thanks, Dave.
High five.
Ends 3/9/25. Guaranteed rate applies to monthly service charge for new customers on qualifying internet bundle, excluding taxes and fees. Other restrictions apply.
Hey, it's Felger here, and if surgery is recommended for your injured joint, I recommend calling Dr. Franke before going under the knife. Skip the long recovery time and heal your joint at BostonProlotherapy.com. Hey, it's Felger here for Cambridge Savings Bank, my official bank. Whether you're looking to grow your successful business or start a new venture, count on Cambridge Savings Bank for service and support at every step of your journey. Member FDIC.
John Sewer and Drain Cleaning is happy to announce their newest location in Norwood. They'll better service customers on the South Shore and the South Coast. With over 40 years in business, 50 vehicles on the road, and 24/7 service, there's nobody better to call for your clogged drain emergency at home or the office. Visit johnsewer.com. The name to know when the drains don't flow is John Sewer. johnsewer.com.
John Sewer, we get the job done. Felger and Maz, afternoons 2 to 6 on the Sports Hub. Sports Hub headlines.
NBA scoreboard brought to you by Town Fair Tire. The scoreboards around the NBA for the guaranteed lowest prices on tires. Go to Town Fair Tire because nobody beats Town Fair Tire. Nobody. Right now, New York Knicks, they trail the Minnesota Timberwolves 44-41 in the second quarter. Denver leads Miami 17-8 in that one. It's the Bucks all over Toronto early on in this one, 14-3. Pelicans have an 18-8 lead over the Jazz in the first quarter, and right now Bulls 15, the Hornets 13. Some other games on the slate for tonight. Dallas will host the hottest team in the NBA, Oklahoma City. Spurs, Grizzlies, and in the nightcap tonight it's the Lakers and the Brooklyn Nets. Plenty of Patriots news going on. They have wiped out most of the coaching staff. Bob Bicknell, Taylor Embry, the running backs coach, Tyler Hughes, the wide receivers coach, Keith Jones, and Tyquan Underwood, all out as the team is moving forward. Robin Glazier also resigned with her role with the Patriots as well. The Red Sox inked a deal today to avoid arbitration with Jarren Duran, and Roki Sasaki officially has signed with the LA Dodgers. Headlines, they are brought to you by Valvoline Instant Oil Change. Enjoy quick and convenient vehicle maintenance this month. Visit NewEnglandOilChange.com. You can save 15% off your next drive to oil change at Valvoline Instant Oil Change. Now open in Franklin, Billrickham, and in Peabody. I'm Joe Murray. The second half's next on the BetMGM 98.5 The Sports Hub Celtics Radio Network.
Imagine looking up and seeing 48 championship banners hanging from the rafters. Because for 48 straight years, Ford F-Series has taken the crown as America's best-selling trucks. And Ford F-Series trucks are still the team to beat. Featuring the all-new F-150 and the 2024 North American Truck of the Year, Super Duty. See your New England Ford dealers and make this a banner year. Sales claim based on 1977 to 2024 CY total sales.
Here's another reason why nobody around doesn't like Town Fair Tire. After sale price protection. Town Fair provides the guaranteed lowest price after the sale. Go to townfairtire.com to see more reasons why nobody doesn't like Town Fair Tire. Nobody.
Win some, lose some, but always be in the know. At DraftKings, we put your play and performance history all in one place with the My Stat Sheet tool. Get a breakdown of your recent activity with an overview of your deposits, withdrawals, contests, wagers, and more. Use my stat sheet to stay on top of your spending so you can stay on top of your game. Because when it comes to betting, it's more fun when it's for fun. The crown is yours. Gambling problem? Call 1-800-GAMBLER. Visit rg.draftkings.com for more info.
You ready for the Celtics season?
Yeah.
Yeah.
If you want your kids to love something,
Big game for the Celtics tonight.
it's important to start them young. That's why Amica Insurance and the Celtics Shamrock Foundation are teaming up to improve access to early childhood education across New England so that the next generation gets the start they deserve. Amica Insurance is a proud sponsor of the 18-time world champion Boston Celtics.
Cheers to a great day and this ice-cold Corona.
You know what would make this day even better? My grandma's carne asada.
Or your grandma here with us, making carne asada.
She does love a cold Corona.
Throw in some dancing.
Oh, we can watch the game.
I'll drink to that.
So a backyard concert with football, food, dancing, and Corona?
And your grandma.
Or we could keep it simple.
Simple is good. Want a Corona?
Thanks. Salud to the perfect day.
Corona, la vida más fina. Get your Corona at ordercorona.com. Relax responsibly. Corona Extra Beer, imported by Crown Import, Chicago, Illinois.
This copyrighted broadcast of the National Basketball Association may not be retransmitted, reproduced, rebroadcast, or otherwise distributed or used in any form without the express written consent of the NBA.
A sandwich experience so satisfying, so astounding, words fail to describe it. Only a number can. The number 9 from D'Angelo. Grilled sirloin, onions, peppers, and mushrooms smothered in American cheese. It is perfection on bread. Only at D'Angelo.
The home of the Bees, the Sports Hub. This is Reliving the Green.
What a pass by DJ!
42 for Paul Pierce.
A three-pointer for 38!
KG is locked and loaded tonight.
What a play by Bird!
A look back at this date in Celtics history.
109-106, Celtics just have to get it safely inbound. They do to Garnett, and he lobs it ahead to Big Baby as the clock hits triple zeros. An extraordinary midseason NBA game tonight between the last two champions of the Eastern Conference, and the season series is even at a game apiece. The final score, Boston 109, Orlando 106. 14 years ago tonight, Celtics and Magic right here at TD Garden. A name just popped into my head, Max, from this game. I'm going to look up this game to see if I'm right. Remember Luke Herringody?
Yeah.
Yeah, so either he had a bunch of threes or somebody had a bunch of threes against him, because it was some. I remember some call about ringing the, all the threes and ringing the bell and whatever on Martin Luther King Day. As these teams, remember, this was a premier matchup in the Eastern Conference 12, 15 years ago when the Magic eliminated the Celtics in 2009 on this floor in Game 7. That was the first time in franchise history the Celtics had lost a 3-2 series lead. That was that wild series. Big Baby hit a game-winning shot, and it came back down here, and a 3-2 lead. Celtics lost Game 6 down in Orlando, and then lost the 7th game here. Mikael Petrus made a bunch of threes. Then the next year, Orlando had home court advantage, and the Celtics won the first 2 games in Orlando. Won Game 3, the famous Rondo play against Jason Williams, where he had that steal when he dove to the floor. Then Orlando won 2, and the Celtics had to win the 6th game here to get to the finals. But those are the days, and it feels like a Boston-Orlando playoff series is coming this year. I'm not sure it's going to work out that way, because I think Orlando will finish too high in the standings to face Boston in the first round.
Time in Orlando, man.
See, it's springtime anywhere. Now is when you want to be in Orlando.
No, you go to Chicago. You remember you in Chicago that time you went to that game was
my buddy with Ryan McDonough and I went to the Cubs game and froze our tails off. Derek White begins the third quarter with a good look at a three that's no good. Cole Anthony has the rebound. A lot of buzz about the Celtics' selective three-point shooting in that first half and how efficient it was. Wendell Carter gets a good look over Porzingis, brick wide left. Jaylen Brown collides with Tatum, and Orlando gets the loose ball. As a result, the kick out and an open three for Cole Anthony.
6-point swing.
And as a result, the Boston lead is 9, 66-57. Drew Holiday steps to his left. Tough contested three is no good. Wasn't crazy about that one. Rebound for Cole Anthony. Drew Holiday almost had a steal from Banchero in the backcourt. Paolo Banchero, #1 pick in the draft. This Orlando team would scare the heck out of me in a 7-game series, assuming they get healthy. Banchero, shuttle pass on the inside, all alone is Wendell Carter for the two-hand slam. 5 quick ones for Orlando out of halftime, and they cut the 12-point Boston lead down to 7. 66-59. Remember, Celtics led by 15 in Orlando and lost the game. On December 23rd, Derek White penetrates, kick out, Porzingis for 3.
He is locked in, but he ain't missing.
Porzingis has had some really nice games here since his return. He's so much more comfortable over the last week. It's ironic that the Celtics have not played well because Porzingis has been really good. Carter rises into contact. I think it was on the dish off, though, drawing the foul on Porzingis. Wild night in the league. Julius Randle back at Madison Square Garden. Jimmy Butler playing. Julius Randle has not made a shot. There's some issues there, by the way, in Minnesota with Julius Randle. Jimmy Butler has scored, but Miami's down 11 to Denver in the first quarter. Cole Anthony deep on the right side against Tatum. Banchero wants it against Drew Holiday after the ball goes. Banchero throws that shoulder into Drew Holiday, spins. Shot clock was winding down. He didn't see it. He banked in a really tough shot, but it was after the shot clock.
And that was because the pressure then on the ball created then by Holiday had him step out maybe 1 second more in the ad.
Derek White deep on the left side. Gets the screen from Porzingis. Turns the corner to Silva waiting. Derek White floats it to Porzingis against a much smaller Cole Anthony. Here comes the double team, so they've adjusted there. Kick out, and Tatum is the open man, and his 3 is right down the middle.
And what he did, he faked his man out. Caldwell Pope went with the ball faked him.
But you saw they were not double teaming Porzingis in the first half, and they are now. 72-59. Celtics have a 13-point lead, their largest of the night. Banchero driving baseline. Derek White takes it away. Kick out. Anthony fades to his left into a 3. No good. Back iron rebound. Jaylen Brown can't get to it. To Silva punches it out to Caldwell Pope and leans into a 3, and it's way off. Rebound comes right to Porzingis. Quick outlet for Tatum. Tatum up the right side. Bounce pass for the trailer. Derek White tiptoes the baseline under the basket. Kick out. Open. Porzingis 3. No good. Rebound. Jaylen Brown deflects it, but to an open spot, and it goes out of bounds.
What I'm loving is Jaylen Brown, his extra effort. Not scoring the basketball as much, but active defensively and offensively.
That would have put the Celtics up by 16, and that's the first miss for Porzingis tonight in 7 tries. He had 17 points on 6 shots before that. Banchero down the right side, elevates in traffic. Tough 16-footer, no good. Rebound, Jaylen Brown. Banchero's really forcing it here, but he's just 5 of 13. Jaylen Brown pounding Cole Anthony, turns on him, drives under the basket, throws out to the wing. Porzingis this time puts it to the floor, attacks, elevates, and gets fouled.
They're trying to say it was a good block. Get him with the body, first of all, coming in towards the rim. He did go straight up. Do they want to challenge? No, they're not going to challenge, but 7-footer going towards the rim with a lot of talent. I'm going to take that chance all day long. I'm one of these people right now. Hurry up and get me the ball before they challenge.
Well, the Celtics don't have their resident at that. Porzingis didn't like that free throw, but it ended up right down the middle. His body language is not good. He was trying to will it in. Al Horford is the king of that.
Did you chop down that cherry tree, Al? What's that axe in your hand? I don't know.
Porzingis gets the free throws, and the Celtics have run off 8 straight. Take their largest lead up by 15, 74-59. 8:47 to go in the third. Magic are playing well, but this is the Celtics team we haven't seen the last couple of weeks. Cole Anthony against Tatum. Carter sets a screen. Cole Anthony goes to his right, elevates to the right elbow, jumper swish.
Cole Anthony gets right where he wants to go.
Cole Anthony's been good. He's been really good. 18 points on 7 of 12. Averages 8 a game. Playing for the injured Jalen Suggs. Derek White behind the Porzingis screen. Lobs it. Porzingis catches with one hand. Redirects it towards the rim. The first one was no good, but he got his big paw on the second one and knocks it back up and in.
Big fella's been so active.
21 points for Kristaps Porzingis on 9 shots. Wow. Entry deflected by Tatum. Here comes Porzingis running the fast break, and he's fouled from behind.
I said the dancing bear is loose.
The unicorn was galloping down the floor, but he got caught from behind by Wendell Carter.
Ooh, you know what almost happened to? Same thing happened with Jaylen Brown that time. dunked the basketball, hands on the rim, and with the momentum slipped, but didn't undercut him like it did with Brown.
That happened about, 7 years ago at Target Center in Minneapolis. Porzingis gets the first one.
That could have been
scary.
That could have been one of the most dangerous plays we'd ever saw, because when he flipped, he actually fell almost on his head.
There was an after effect with Jalen for a long time after that, where he was a little more careful.
Yeah. But those things, you know, they're going to, if you're human, it's going to scare you.
Porzingis said the Celtics were playing with no joy the other night. He wiped the smile off his own face at the start of this game, and he is wiping any smile off the faces of the Orlando Magic. 23 points on 9 shots. Celtics by 17. Banchero, watched by Jaylen Brown, switches to the left hand. Coming strong, 2 strides, scoops up an awkward shot in between, no good. Banchero is really forcing it. Celtics have a 5-on-4. Jaylen Brown, long cross court, waiting. Tatum up fakes the 3, drives into a little 10-foot jumper, and calmly knocks it down. Timeout, Jamal Mosley.
Hey, and this is the team, are the champs playing like the champs. That's why I said this game may be a needed game along with tomorrow's game.
14-2 is the run, and the Celtics have their largest lead of the night, up by 19. 7:33 to go. Third quarter, Boston 80, Orlando 61. On the BetMGM 98.5, the Sports Hub Celtics Radio Network.
Puka, Bella, I'm sure you've noticed some changes.
Who are you talking to?
I'm just practicing for when I have to tell the dogs about the twins. You know, because
Be fine in the spacious third row seat.
But the twins...
Can sleep peacefully thanks to the rear manual sunshade.
And what about the...
Extra cargo space for strollers and dog beds?
I guess you're right.
Can we go to the hospital now? The contractions are getting closer.
The 3-row Lexus TX, because everyone should feel like the center of the universe. Experience amazing at your Lexus dealer.
Hey, Massachusetts, score even more buckets with BetMGM, an authorized gaming operator of the NBA. Enjoy an NBA odds boost token to snag even more winnings on your basketball wagers. Just log into your BetMGM Sportsbook app and add an NBA wager to your bet slip and activate your odds boost token. If you win the wager that was made with the odds boost token, you will receive extra winnings and unrestricted bonus dollars. BetMGM and GameSense remind you to play responsibly. Hope is here. Call 1-800-327-5050 or visit gamblinghelplinema.org. Must be 21 plus. Massachusetts only. Subject to eligibility requirements. Rewards issued as unrestricted funds. In partnership with MGM Springfield. Play it smart from the start. Live chat at GameSenseMA.com.
Yup, it's time to start preparing for another New England winter. So now may be the time to upgrade your home's insulation, electric water heaters, or even replace your windows before the cold weather gets here. With Clinton Savings Bank's 0 annual percentage rate heat loan, comfort takes on a whole new meaning. With interest-free financing up to $25,000 for energy-efficient home improvements. Apply today at clintonsavings.com. Member FDIC, member DIF. Call 888-744-4272 for details about credit costs and terms. All loans subject to credit approval.
98.5 The Sports Hub and the Celtics Radio Network welcome the following new partners. Amica Insurance. They're proud to be the exclusive auto, home, and life insurance partner of the 18-time champion Boston Celtics. When it comes to protecting the life you build, trust your insurance need to Amica's award-winning service. Visit amica.com and get a quote today. And Brex, a leading AI-powered spend platform for modern companies. Proud to be the official corporate card and spend management partner of the Boston Celtics. Visit Brex.com today to get started. From the home of the Celtics, thank you for joining our winning team.
Connect with Boston's home for sports online. 98.5thesportshub.com.
Wanted offensive efficiency for the Celtics. You've got it tonight against the NBA's number 2 defense. Celtics have 80 points on the board, shooting 59%, not even midway through the third quarter. Lead by 19, 80-61. Time to highlight when the Celtics upgraded their game plan, brought to you by NetSuite by Oracle, the #1 cloud ERP, bringing accounting, financial management, inventory, and HR to one fluid platform, netsuite.com/Celtics. The Celtics have chosen wisely on the threes tonight. 20 of their 49 shots have been threes. They've been good looks. It obviously helps when they go in, but the offensive efficiency is really jarring here when that's the thing that has abandoned them over the last 2 weeks.
And also the defensive hustle. I think when I think about, they always said this, their defense creates offense for them. Look at the last one. Porzingis gets a steal running down the floor, but really a great bounce back game for Porzingis. Lead these guys right now. I said Brown was going to have a huge game. Only 7 points, but his hustle, 4 assists tonight, a couple of rebounds, and being a facilitator. Sometimes that happens when you're out there on the floor. He has more assists than anybody on this team.
Let's see if in one motion I can find the worst defensive performance for Orlando this year. They gave up 1.216 points per possession. Celtics right now are about 1.5, which is absurd offensive efficiency against an Orlando team that is getting carved up like they have not been all year. They trail by 19 here with 7:28 to go in the third. Out of the timeout, Cole Anthony, hounded by Drew Holiday. And I don't think Orlando's been bad offensively. Celtics defense has been very aggressive. Here's Banchero against Derek White. Banchero backs him down. Help from Drew Holiday. Banchero throws to the corner. De Silva, not in shooting position. Puts to the floor. Spins on Jaylen Brown. Crazy flip shot. No good. Rebound. Porzingis can't grab it. De Silva does. De Silva. Kick out. Left side. Caldwell Pope dribbles around Tatum. Great entry to Wendell Carter, and he gets fouled by Porzingis. That's really good defense from the Celtics, but once the offensive rebound happens, you're completely turned around.
Well, you got to scramble. At that point, Porzingis gets up, and what you need is more rebounds, maybe from your guard stepping back in. Derek White, so good at rebounding the basketball, only has one rebound in this game. Find other guys who step in. That's the best thing playing with Quinn Buckner when I play with him. You know, a little guard, a little bowling ball of a man, but boy, he could get some rebounds.
Celtics unofficially at 1.48 points per possession so far in this game, which is eons better than anyone has done against Orlando this year. That's crazy offensive efficiency. We got that going on in the Minnesota-New York game too, which is not surprising. Jimmy Butler played 11 minutes in the first quarter tonight. His return from Miami scored 4 points, did not have a rebound, assist, or steal. 1 of 2 free throws for Wendell Carter. He has struggled from the line tonight here on Duke night at TD Garden, 80-62. Bounce pass for Derek White. Quick three right side. It's on line, but it's a little bit short. Porzingis crashes, but couldn't grab the rebound. Banchero does. Wendell Carter lead forward to Silva. Top for Banchero. Going to attack Porzingis. Pulls right through him. Knocks him backwards in a very late foul call against Porzingis. Banchero is down after missing the shot. Banchero, he got hit in the face. Porzingis reached out to try to block the shot, and when he missed the ball, he followed through.
Look at his arm that he stuck into Porzingis.
Porzingis slapped down, reaching for the ball in theory, and he caught Banchero right in the face.
Yeah, and it wasn't like he was trying to do it. He was just really reached back. It should be intentional.
We may discuss it, especially with immediate timeout coming here. 6:36 to go third quarter. Boston 80, Orlando 62 on the BetMGM 98.5, the Sports Hub Celtics Radio Network.
Whether you're carpooling the kids to the gym or catching a game at the Garden, those parking lots have one thing in common: Ford SUVs. Because whether you're hauling gear to practice or getting the gang together on Causeway, there's a Ford SUV that's just right for you and your crew, including the Ford Explorer with seating for up to 7 and the Bronco Sport with standard GOAT modes and 4x4 capability. Make your next stop your New England Ford dealers.
Right now at Wendy's, get 2 faves for $7. The spicier classic chicken sandwich, Dave's single, or 10-piece nugs. 2 faves for just $7? Gotta be Wendy's.
At participating Wendy's for a limited time only. Select a request 2 for $7 deal to redeem. Not valid in a combo or with saucy nugs. Single item at regular price. Prices may be higher in Alaska and Hawaii.
Playoffs? We talking about playoffs? You bet we are. And get in on the action at DraftKings Sportsbook, an official sports betting partner of the NFL. Scoring touchdowns is key to winning in the playoffs. And the key to you scoring big is betting on them at DraftKings, the #1 place to bet touchdowns. Ready to place your first bet? Try betting on something simple like a player to score 6. Go to the DraftKings Sportsbook app and make your pick. New DraftKings customers can bet $5 and get $200 in bonus bets instantly. Download the DraftKings Sportsbook app. Use the promo code SPORTSUP. That's promo code SPORTSUP for new customers to get $200 in bonus bets instantly when you bet just $5. Only at DraftKings Sportsbook. The crown is yours.
Hope is here. Call 800-327-5050 or gamblinghelplinema.org. 21 plus. Play it smart from the start. GameSenseMA.com. Massachusetts only. Eligibility restrictions apply. Bonus bets expire 168 hours after issuance. For additional terms and responsible gaming resources, see dkng.co/ftball.
At Amica Insurance, we've been protecting New Englanders for generations, long before the first Celtics banner was raised or the iconic parquet floor was laid. For 117 years, Amica's been providing world-class service across auto, home, and life insurance, so you can count on Amica to show up for you like you show up for the Celtics. Amica Insurance, proud sponsor of the 18-time world champion Boston Celtics.
Hey, it's Big Jim. Heading to a game at the Garden this season? Do what I do. Get there without the traffic torment and just take the train. With Commuter Rail, kids 11 and under always ride free and enjoy later nighttime service after the game. If the game's on a weekend, ride with $10 weekends. Get tickets on board or with the M-Ticket app.
The Celtics play here at the Sports Hub.
Kareem far away from the basket. Boone is in low. Good steal by Gus. Just reached in on Kareem. Oh, dandy pass to John Johnson.
That's the best play of the series that I've seen thus far. Incredible play. Watch Gus come over and knock it away from him from the blind side. Get by Nixon and behind the back pass with the right hand right on the money to Johnny Johnson. He's in for the layup, and the basket is good.
NBA lost to Giant a couple of days ago from the pre-Larry Magic era in the late 70s in the NBA champion Gus Williams. I know you played against him. And played for Seattle, won a championship in Seattle. Dennis Johnson, 79.
Dennis Johnson, I think in Game 7 versus Washington the year before was 0 for 13. Then next year came back, became a Finals MVP, became one of my best friends. And the thing that I will always remember about him was just how nosy he was, along with myself. There was a book called Rob Report, a magazine called Rob Report at one time, and they had all these
rich people, right?
all
like
these great homes they'd have around the country. He and I, we would call a realtor when we went to those cities, just to go be nosy. We weren't buying anything. We were just nosy, wanted to know how it looked.
I'll tell you what, if Gus Williams were playing today, he'd be able to afford some of the houses that were in the Rob Report. Missed free throw by Banchero. Gus, and there's a million things about Gus Williams. One of them that always strikes me is he's part of that group of players in the 60s and 70s that left New York because there wasn't a place to play college basketball in the East, and he went to play at USC, and that was one of the impetus behind Dave Gavitt forming the Big East, was to keep New York players and Northeast players in the Northeast.
I remember that. I did not know that's where he went to school.
He went to USC.
I did not know that.
Kid from Mount Vernon, New York. Obviously, Kareem was the biggest one. You know, instead of going to St. John's, he went to UCLA. Corey Joseph getting some early run here for Jamal Mosley in the third quarter. Fouls Jaylen Brown right across half court. Celtics lead by 17 here, 80-63, with 6:31 to go in the third. By the way, did you recognize the announcers on that call from CBS? Brent Musburger, and that was Hot Rod Hundley with him. Late 70s CBS, probably a tape delay game. Jaylen Brown out on the left side, gets the screen from Neemias Queta. Jaylen dribbles to the free throw line, enters to Queta, the hook shot up and good. Queta's been pretty spot on with that shot the last few weeks.
Another assist in by Jaylen Brown.
His fifth. 82-63, Boston by 19. Their largest lead. 6:09 to go in the third. Hand off Corey Joseph, the veteran. And then driving and throwing it away was Trevelyan Queen. Magic arguing that was deflected, but they struggle to score on a regular night with everybody.
Queen had a great game.
Yeah. Particularly in the second half.
Yeah, he banked a couple of men. You said Celtics were kind of in control of that game, and then Queen banked 2 of men from top of the key.
Adding Franz Wagner and Jalen Suggs, who might be the best athlete. That's saying something in the NBA right now to this group. Jaylen Brown switches to the left hand, pulls up on Anthony Black. His elbow jumper a little too strong, long rebound. And Trevelyan Queen has got it. Queen right side against Holiday, puts in the hands of Wendell Carter. Queta, hand on his back. Here's the handoff for Anthony Black. Turn to the corner, driving, throwing to the corner. Waiting near Queen. 3 over Jaylen Brown is no good. Rebound, pinball around. It comes all the way out to Queen. Attack, scoop, scores, and the foul.
That's where Queta gets himself in trouble. With reaching instead of boxing out. He will always turn and hit his man. And you see, he wasn't even faced the basket then. Didn't turn around and was in bad position. You want to get extra minutes in this league, especially if you're coming off the bench. You do all the right things. I remember started doing all the right things in my second year, and just got more and more minutes, became a starter. Never saw the light of the bench again until this guy named Kevin McHale after I got hurt.
That's when he took off in that 85 season. Free throw good, so a three-point play for Trevelyan Queen. Boston lead is 16, 82-66. 5:21 to go third quarter. A lot of offensive rebounds for Orlando, but that's because they have a lot of misses. Jaylen Brown drives down the left side, but they're calling an offensive foul, and they get Queta. Tried that Daniel Tice seal.
He doesn't understand again. Look at the hands he put on the guy. All he had to do is just stand there.
Foul window, Carter. Celtics no longer have a foul to give here with 5:09 to go in the third quarter, which turning into a very long game. Carter for Anthony Black. Moves in the left corner to Silva, puts to the floor, drives around. Queta throws to the corner. Queen swings it out of the wing, deflected on the bounds by Jaylen Brown. Magic keep it with 7 to shoot.
Stay connected right now defensively. That's right now if you're the Celtics.
So Sonics, then Washington Bullets, NBA Finals. The second one, there's something really interesting about it. There were so many building issues, not only tape delay, that second series took like almost 3 weeks to play. Anthony Black dribbles on Queta, pull up 18 feet, no good. Al Horford grabs the rebound.
Good rebound by Al and the crowd of people.
That's his first in 11 minutes tonight.
Whoa.
Quick three, no good. And the rebound, offensively, Pritchard's got it. Shovels out to Al Horford. Now Jaylen Brown, he's got the look. Instead, going to put it to the floor. Drive on Carter, shows him the ball. Pump fake, draws contact. Shot won't go, but Jaylen gets free throws.
That was a great move this time. Showed the quickness. What I've said again is he's going north-south. He's not going east-west. North-south means you're going towards the rim. If you go east-west, you just kind of Johnny Moses fiddling and diddling on the outside.
Struggling with something here.
Okay.
This building, which sits along Causeway Street, what you're calling north-south technically is going east-west because of the direction of the building.
I thought this building is facing south. If I go south.
No, that way, that's south. Like
south is not that way.
It is.
South is not that way.
The building is long, and that is south.
I'll let Howie look it up for us, okay? Because if I come out of this building, I think I'm going south. And if I'm talking about the court, I know this is north-south.
I know, in theory. I just didn't want to. I didn't want to get cards and letters.
Okay, thank you, Howie.
That's directly like north-south is the opposite way. If you're going in the length of the court, you're running east-west. Jaylen gets the free throws, 84-66.
Good moved in by Jaylen. Jaylen's kind of taking over this game, and not in the scoring way, but doing all those other little things to help you win games.
Anthony Black spins around Jaylen Brown, scoops it up and in before Queta could get there. Now, one other thing to keep in mind is Banchero just came out a little early. Banchero is on a minute restriction, where he's only going to play 28 minutes. In theory, we'll see if that actually happens if this game gets close, but that would mean he'd only have 6 minutes left, and we've got 16 plus minutes left to play. Jaylen Brown dribbles to the elbow, pulls up 12 feet, swish.
But really wasn't ready to shoot the ball.
Because he wanted to go to Queta, but Queta wasn't there, wasn't open.
He's still yelling right now.
Boston by 18, 4 minutes to go in the third. Anthony Black pressured by Jaylen Brown. Bounce pass forward to Silva. Silva steps back behind the line away from Queta and knocks down a three.
Queta has to step up, and you can see Mazzulla yell at him, like, step up.
Orlando 5 of 19 from distance. Celtics have hit half of their 22 threes. Jaylen Brown steps to his right, floats back to the wing. Pritchard puts it to the floor, drives around Queen, pump fake at the mid-block, kick out Horford. Now Pritchard relocates in the right corner. Challenged by Trevelyan Queen, steps back into a really tough three and hits it. That was tougher.
With a hand in the face like that.
Anthony Black away from the ball. Isaac gets bumped and fouled. Celtics are over the limits. There's going to be free throws now.
Brown. I don't care that he did that. Let me tell you why I don't care he did that. Because he's busting his hump on the defensive end. These guys are going to follow him defensively. When he plays that way, everybody else is going to pick up on the defensive end, and the team will be much better for it.
First free throw, no good for Isaac. So an interesting night for Jason Tatum, climbing up that NBA all-time scoring list for players his age, because there are some crazy names on it, and he just passed one. I'll update you on that when we get a second. Isaac misses both free throws and a rebound for Queta. Jaylen Brown pulls up, left side three is good. Magic were not expecting that shot.
And I'm sure if JB was expected to take it and knock it down.
And there's the 20-point lead, 92-71. With 2:51 to go in the third. Anthony Black hop step into the paint. Has it knocked away. He's got it back. Being hounded by Al Horford. Moves to the left corner. Magic just don't have the offensive firepower to stay with the Celtics the way they're playing tonight. Jarrell Queen turns the corner on Horford. Kick to the left corner to Silva. Out for Caldwell Pope. His three is no good at the shot clock buzzer. And Kata muscles the rebound away from Isaac. Here's Jaylen Brown, offensive end. Dribbles behind his back. Attacks Caldwell Pope and gets fouled in the reach-in.
Wow. Man, nice move there by Brown. Taking over. This time being the facilitator. Gets to the lane. Lays up with the left hand. But what I loved about that, Kata in a pile of people, using that big size of his and getting that ball at its apex.
After video review by the replay center,
I love a replay.
Field goal at the 3:26 mark of the third quarter by Peyton Pritchard has been overturned from a three-pointer to no basket and out-of-bounds violation.
Wow.
He stepped backwards, and it had that look, but in real time, it was impossible to call it. So take 3 points away from the Celtics.
That's crazy.
So now their lead is 89-71.
That is incredible. I don't think I've heard that before. That's crazy.
Jaylen gets the first free throw.
Yep, out of bounds. They saw it in. Wow.
So Jason Tatum tonight just passed Giannis into 9th on the NBA's all-time scoring list for players 26 years old and younger. And is he going to score 6 more points, you think, tonight?
I think so.
He will pass a guy named Michael Jeffrey Jordan on that list, which is obviously includes, the list is LeBron, KD, Melo, Kobe, Tracy McGrady, Wilt Chamberlain, Bob McAdoo, Michael Jordan, Jason Tatum. That's the list.
Ask one of my good buddies, Bob McAdoo. People don't give him enough credit for what he was.
Celtics
KD before KD.
Celtics by 20. They've struggled on the scoreboard again. They haven't taken those 3 points away yet, but it is 91-71 is the correct score. Houston left side 3 for the Magic is no good. Rebound deflected away from Hauser, out of bounds by Jarrell Queen. It'll be Boston ball. They may overrule here. They are. Shea Flores said Boston ball, but they have been overruled, and Orlando's going to get it. Under out of bounds. Anthony Black will trigger it. Deflected by Hauser. But the Magic pounce on it, and Queen is all alone. The Celtics started to run like they had the ball or were going on offense. 91-73. Boston by 18. 1:54 to go third quarter.
See with those 3 points that they took away from the Celtics, would they come back?
Jaylen Brown has been really good tonight. Switches to the left hand, pull up on Queen. Dotted line jumper's no good. Late foul call, but call comes nonetheless. And Jaylen Brown will get some more free throws here. He had a big game in Orlando. He had 35 in that game. Remember, Jason Tatum was a late scratch. Tonight, 16 points on 5 of 8 shooting, throw in 5 assists, and now his 6th and 7th free throw attempts of the night.
Jaylen Brown using his size and his strength to jump through people. That is really, that's critical to what he does as a player.
Howie Sylvester wants me to do the legal ID here at 8:57. Do you think that's too early to do it? So I think you catch people. I know legally it counts if it's within 5 minutes, but as someone who would, when I was just a kid running the board for games, I wasn't necessarily ready 5 minutes if it was early. So you want to make sure. I guess everything's automated now.
Well, you know what I'm going to say about that. I don't know.
10-second station identification on the BetMGM 98.5, the Sports Hub Celtics Radio Network.
From the Town Fair Tire Studios, this is Boston's home for sports. WBZ-FM at HD Boston, 98.5, the Sports Hub. Easily Media Group Station.
Grandy and Max, as if you didn't know, as if anything else sounds like this. 93-73, Boston by 20. 1:27 to go in the third. Banchero steps forward into a 3. It's short, and the rebound for Jaylen Brown. Paolo's trying, but he doesn't have it tonight. 5 of 14. You wonder how much longer he's going to be in this game. Jaylen Brown switches to the left hand, draws the oohs and ahs, and a reach-in foul committed by Jarrell Queen. They can't stop him.
He's done put on the show. He's on and on, and now he's back to Jaylen Brown. Talked about the Finals MVP. When he's playing that way, follow me, follow me, follow me.
Season low 26 combined points for Jaylen Brown and Jason Tatum Wednesday in Toronto. They've combined for 43 tonight. Now we're not yet through three quarters. Celtics and the Atlanta Hawks tomorrow. At what point do you start thinking about that game when you have played both Horford and Porzingis tonight? Porzingis has played 22 minutes, Al Horford 14 minutes.
Well, here's the thing about you haven't played them all that many minutes because Kata has come in and take some of those minutes. So you might want to roll the dice a little bit, thinking because you need to get in the stretch of playing some really good games with your best players.
All true, but remember, you've got a 6-hour flight on Sunday and then an afternoon game on Monday in San Francisco. Free throw is good for Jaylen Brown. He's up to 20. So Brown, Tatum, and Porzingis have all hit the 20-point plateau in three quarters tonight. Celtics lead by 22. Banchero turns, free throw line jumper, bounces in. He's now 6 of 16, 17 points for Banchero. 95-75, Celtics by 20. Jaylen switches to the left hand, spins on Anthony Black. Turns to the dotted line, just fires, no good back iron, and Anthony Black has the rebound. 2 for 1 here for Orlando as we hit 44 seconds remaining in the third. Anthony Black, Jaylen Brown staying in front of him. Stop and start, they'll call the foul. Celtics over the limit. So we had a ton of turnovers in the first meeting, and we're going to have a ton of free throws tonight.
His first team limit. Anthony Black with the line, shooting 2.
Anthony Black, 6th pick in the draft last year. Second year now, he'll turn 21 on Monday. And this is the first free throw. I just love what they've done here, putting this team together. Young, long, athletic defenders.
Yeah, Orlando's done a nice job. Remember when they made those trades and start moving people around and then start getting some of those picks?
They had that big three of their own for a while, right? With Vucevic and Fournier and Aaron Gordon.
They got rid of all those pieces and started to turn into a team that with hope.
Celtics have 1 game remaining in Orlando. That's a brutal back-to-back at the end of the year. They have to play in New York on TNT on a Tuesday night. And then they fly all the way down to Orlando for a Wednesday night game in the final week of the season. Black hits 1 of 2, 95-76. Pritchard, kick out. Horford going for that 2 for 1. His corner 3 rims out. Long rebound. Horford's got it. Still 30 seconds to go in the quarter. Pritchard looks back to the bench and said, just get the best shot here with 8 on the shot clock. Pritchard against Terrell Queen. Switches to the right hand, ducks the shoulder, drives, pulls up mid-block. Jumper's no good. Rebound. Pritchard's got another offensive rebound. Pump fake. Hand to Kata. And he gets fouled as he runs it off the glass. It won't go, but he got the foul on Kata and the Celtics. The only thing they haven't been great at tonight was on the offensive glass, and they do it here.
What that was, why was that created? Because Pritchard goes back in to get an offensive rebound. Goes in and gets his own rebound.
So, big picture here. The Celtics have been atrocious offensively for the last 2 weeks. At the bottom of the league. Tonight, against the NBA's number 2 defense, they have been outrageously efficient. At 95 points and 55% shooting, 12 of 24 from 3. That's just the second free throw miss in 21 tries. Kata gets 1 of 2. 96-76. Last 10 seconds, third quarter. And Banchero already closing in on his minute restriction here. Pressure to the sideline by Pritchard. Puts it to the floor, exposed to the ball. Pritchard knocks it away off Kata out of bounds. Magic will keep it, but there's just 0.3 of a second remaining in the quarter.
Tap it there. Tap up here at the rim here.
You got Isaac in there.
Can't even really just catch his tap.
You have time to catch and shoot with 0.3, but can you get a good shot? Queen gets it away from the corner, air ball, and that'll do it for the third quarter. And the Celtics have answered the critics through 3 quarters tonight, the loudest of which coming from their own locker room. They led by 7 at the end of 1. They led by 8 at halftime. They're up by 20 as we make the turn for home. End of 3 at the Garden. Boston 96, Orlando 76 on the BetMGM 98.5, the Sports Hub Celtics Radio Network.
Now's the time for a great deal on a new Honda. It's time to take an adventure with rugged capability and commanding style. It's time for powerful performance, plus plenty of room inside. Start your journey in a brand new vehicle. Check out the Honda Ridgeline, Pilot, or CR-V.
See dealer for financing details.
What does the future hold for business? Can someone invent a crystal ball? Until then, over 41,000 businesses have future-proofed their business with NetSuite by Oracle, the #1 cloud ERP, bringing accounting, financial management, inventory, and HR into one platform. With real-time insights and forecasting, you're able to peer into the future and seize new opportunities. Download the CFO's Guide to AI and Machine Learning for free at netsuite.com/Celtics. That's netsuite.com/Celtics. With the Shawzer Star Market Deals and Delivery app, you'll earn points on every purchase. And now there are even more ways to easily redeem your points for rewards. Members enjoy personalized deals and can save up to 20% weekly. Earn gas discounts of up to $1 a gallon at participating stations. And can easily opt in to redeem points for automatic cash off at checkout. Just set it and forget it. All with the Shawzer Star Market Deals and Delivery app. Become a member for free when you download today.
When two equally powerful opposing forces meet,
this is one of the best rivalries in the NBA.
Something has to give. These collisions can make entire cities shake. For centuries, the world's leading minds have tried to describe these cataclysmic events.
Do you believe this?
The National Basketball Association calls it Rivals Week. NBA Rivals Week begins January 21st on ABC, ESPN, TNT, and NBA TV.
Listen live. Check out our podcast with the 98.5 The Sports Hub app.
Randy and Max in the Amica Insurance broadcast booth. Celtics by 20 as we go to the fourth quarter here at the Garden, and this is everything a Celtics fan would hope to see.
Yeah, I mean, they've done exactly what they need to do tonight. They've defended, they've scored, and they've been engaged. And yeah, they were beat up, and rightfully so, by people looking at the world champions saying, okay, who are you guys right now? And this was a big test for them. And I think this is critical, these games, to tell me who they are. Tomorrow's game just as important. Come out, play well there. And then that 4-game stretch you have in
hey, Golden State is really struggling. That is not the 12-3 team that we saw beat the Celtics here in November.
Yeah, but they're still the Golden State team.
I'm not arguing.
And what Golden State people will tell me all the time, they will tell me before, we're in your heads. We.
Not anymore. Not when the Celtics will be the one bringing the trophy into the game Monday, but the Lakers have really struggled defensively. The problem on the trip right now is the Clippers are playing unbelievably well. They won their last 2 games by 88 points. It's just a historic dismantling of the Nets on Wednesday, and then they went up to Portland and won easily last night. Orlando with the ball down by 20. Tatum is back in the game as the fourth quarter begins. Anthony Black for Jonathan Isaac. Handoff for De Silva. Here's the entry. Banchero against Derek White. To the mid-block, Banchero rises and throws it away. Celtics anticipated that perfectly. Porzingis in the passing lane. Tatum enters in deep, and he misses Porzingis. Back-to-back turnovers begin the fourth quarter. That looks like the game in Orlando. Cole Anthony dribbles behind his back, goes around. Tatum spins it off the window and in, and Cole Anthony has himself a SportsCenter highlight.
Up, under. And Joe Mazzulla, man, he's antsy. He doesn't care what happens. He wants these guys to keep their foot on the gas.
He should be antsy after the last 5 games. Tatum dribbles behind his back. Banchero in front of him. Boston by 18. Away from the ball. Which way we going? Defensive foul on De Silva. He and Porzingis collided. De Silva went down, so everybody held their breath for a second.
That is a way that really hurts somebody. To get pulled backwards like that. I hyperextended my knee when the guy tried to take a charge, pull me back, and I wasn't ready to go back.
Who did it? Who did it?
I don't think who that was.
Derek White kick out Porzingis. 3 no good. Back iron. Long rebound. Drew Holiday had it, lost it, and it's picked off the floor by Anthony Black. Drew Holiday got nonchalant with that. Banchero drives, throws out to a trailer. De Silva open 3. Nope. Back iron rebound. Derek White got a hand out of it. Porzingis fouled Jonathan Isaac. Loose ball foul. Cole Anthony's been really good tonight. 20 points, 6 rebounds. Odd as the point guard. He does not have an assist. Orlando only has 12. As a team, Cole Anthony's dad, a pretty good point guard.
The guy who did it, I just thought of it. His name was Footswalker.
Okay.
He was known to take charges. Stood there, waited for me. I didn't go, and he pulled me backwards into him. Hyperextended my knee. Boy, it hurt for a long time.
Terry Gannon, Clyde Drexler one, where he was a national championship game. Banchero, cross court to Silva. Left-hand dribble, lane is open. He attacks. Tried to go in for the highlight dunk, and Tatum got there just in time to get a fingertip on the basketball and knock it away from De Silva. Magic will get it under out of bounds. Cole Anthony was born.
Challenge. Let's say challenge here.
Ooh.
Yeah, what they're saying, once he tried to dunk it, his follow-through, he caught the ball,
knocked the ball out of bounds.
And it went out of bounds.
Interesting. Celtics
Look at Al Horford. He was pointing.
Well, if anyone you're not going to believe, it's Al. Timeout comes with 10:49 to go. Boston 96, Orlando 78 on the BetMGM 98.5, the Sports Hub Celtics Radio Network.
Puka, Bella, I'm sure you've noticed some changes.
Who are you talking to?
I'm just practicing for when I have to tell the dogs about the twins. You know, because
Be fine in the spacious third row seat.
But the twins...
Can sleep peacefully thanks to the rear manual sunshade.
And what about the...
Extra cargo space for strollers and dog beds?
I guess you're right.
Can we go to the hospital now? The contractions are getting closer.
The 3-row Lexus TX, because everyone should feel like the center of the universe. Experience amazing at your Lexus dealer.
Hey, Massachusetts, score even more buckets with BetMGM, an authorized gaming operator of the NBA. Enjoy an NBA odds boost token to snag even more winnings on your basketball wagers. Just log into your BetMGM Sportsbook app and add an NBA wager to your bet slip and activate your odds boost token. If you win the wager that was made with the odds boost token, you will receive extra winnings and unrestricted bonus dollars. BetMGM and GameSense remind you to play responsibly. Hope is here. Call 1-800-327-5050 or visit gamblinghelplinema.org. Must be 21 plus. Massachusetts only. Subject to eligibility requirements. Rewards issued as unrestricted funds. In partnership with MGM Springfield. Play it smart from the start. Live chat at GameSenseMA.com. Craving authentic Italian cuisine? R2 has been serving up mouthwatering classics in the North End since 1992. Just minutes from the Garden, R2 is the perfect place to dine and drink before and after the game, with the kitchen open until 12:45 and the stunning granite bar open until 2. Stop by 6 Prince Street or at artuboston.com today.
Ever wish you could be a world champion like the Boston Celtics? Well, even if that's not in the cards, you can use the same corporate card as the Celtics. Meet Brex, the official corporate card of the Boston Celtics. Brex is the world's smartest corporate card, trusted by over 25,000 companies, from startups to enterprises. Brex cards help you make every dollar count by making it easy to control spending before it happens. Automate manual work and optimize your earnings. Does getting your company more for its money sound like a slam dunk? Get started at Brex.com/grow.
The hottest car brand in America now has the hottest location on the North Shore. Kia North Danvers on Route 1 North. We're stocked with new and used Kias at exceptional pricing. So visit us today on Route 1 North or online at KiaNorthDanvers.com.
The home of the Revs, the Sports Hub.
Celtics trying to snap out of this recent funk, and they have looked like a team ready to do it tonight, shooting 54%, 96 points on the board early in the fourth, leading by 18. Here's Mark Lindsay.
After review, defender Tatum makes legal contact to the ball. Any arm contact after that is deemed incidental. Orlando's De Silva clearly touches the ball last prior to going out of bounds. As a result, the ruling on the floor will be overturned to Boston possession. This is a successful challenge. However, Boston will be charged their timeout in this situation. Play will resume with a Boston throw-in on the end line with 24 in the shot clock.
Timeout is charged, by the way, because you would have had the immediate timeout anyway that would have subtracted from the Celtics total. Mark Lindsay, if you couldn't tell by his voice, it's his 1,000th NBA game that he's refereeing tonight.
Okay. I like that info.
And I hate stealing. I know you research stuff so hard, Max, so I hate stealing stuff like that.
Absolutely not, nor would I care. It is 1,000th game. That was 10,000th game.
Which year did the Bruins struggle in the playoffs again?
All of them.
All of them.
Except the year they won it. 2000.
14 years ago.
Yeah,
Isn't that crazy?
no, absolutely.
You remember where you were when they won the seventh game in Vancouver? And they set Vancouver on fire. Tatum steps to his left, off balance three, no good. That was a little bit of a force. Celtics had a great night shooting the three, very efficient. Shot more threes in the second half, percentage-wise. Cole Anthony having a really good game playing for Jalen Suggs tonight. Finds Banchero, diagonal kick out, gives Black a great look at a three, but it rims out. Horford can't get the rebound. Another loose ball foul against the Celtics. Jonathan Isaac isn't this huge presence in the paint, but the Celtics have been fouling him every time.
Well, he is just getting on the inside, finding himself in a position where you're trying to root him out, and once the rebound comes there, it just comes almost into his hand. You have to foul him.
Crazy efficient 3 quarters offensively for the Celtics, but they have not scored yet in the fourth. Their lead is 18. Cole Anthony, left-hand dribble, cradles the ball, bounce pass, misses Isaac, and Drew Holiday picks it up. Holiday in the front court leads a 3-on-1. Bounce pass ahead to Pritchard. Magic got back defensively, so the kick out. Horford puts in the hands of Tatum. Drives, spins, scoops, and scores.
That was a great move. And a great release by the Celtics. Once they made that steal, look for those cutters coming back.
27 for Jason Tatum. 98-78. Boston by 20. Banchero, by the way, is now at about approaching his minute restriction at 28. Cole Anthony for Banchero against Drew Holiday. Forward to shot clock. Banchero draws the double team. Long cross court. The shot clock winding down. And Banchero now, his body language sort of indicating surrender. He's just wanted to have this huge night on national TV against the world champs. And he hasn't been able to carry this short-handed Orlando team.
Cole Anthony with the shot clock going down just threw the ball up over his head and went in.
Boston by 20. 9:27 to go. It's like the John Morant dunk the other night. Just doesn't count. Tatum against Banchero. Backs it out. 6 on the shot clock. Tatum wants to take him. Tatum steps to his right. 3 in the air. No good. Thought he got hit. No call. Black the rebound. Finds Banchero. Elevates and dunks on Derek White. Timeout, Joe Mazzulla.
Joe Mazzulla saying, and just Tatum said, oh my God, I got fouled. I got fouled. I got hit on the arm.
9:09 to go. Boston 98, Orlando 80 on the BetMGM 98.5, the Sports Hub Celtics Radio Network.
Fans, sign up for the Ford F-150 First Quarter Contest presented by your New England Ford dealers at 98.5thesportshub.com today. If the home team is up by 15 at any point during the first quarter, a lucky contestant will win the opportunity to see a game from the Ford Sports Deck. Enter the contest at 98.5thesportshub.com.
At Amica Insurance, we've been protecting New Englanders for generations. Long before the first Celtics banner was raised or the iconic parquet floor was laid. For 117 years, Amica's been providing world-class service across auto, home, and life insurance. So you can count on Amica to show up for you like you show up for the Celtics. Amica Insurance, proud sponsor of the 18-time world champion Boston Celtics.
DraftKings has the tools to help you play within your limits. Don't budge on your budget. With the options to set time limits and deposit limits, schedule time away from play, manage your payment methods, and keep track of your recent stats. You'll have all the tools to create a winning game plan. Because when it comes to betting, it's more fun when it's for fun. The crown is yours. Gambling problem? Call 1-800-GAMBLER. Visit rg.draftkings.com for more info.
Hey students, get an easy A with Clinton Savings Bank's Get Real checking account for ages 16 to 25. It comes with access to over 55,000 surcharge-free all-point ATMs and has mobile banking with remote deposit. So it doesn't matter if you're in your hometown or away at school. You can do your banking anywhere right from your phone. You can also set up text notifications and add your debit card to your mobile wallet for an easier checkout. If you're over 18, you can even open an account online at clintonsavings.com. Clinton Savings Bank, member FDIC, member DIF.
A sandwich experience so satisfying, so astounding, words fail to describe it. Only a number can. The number 9 from D'Angelo. Grilled sirloin, onions, peppers, and mushrooms smothered in American cheese. It is perfection on bread. Only at D'Angelo.
The only place to hear the game. The Sports Hub.
Celtics by 18 with 9:09 to go. Sellout streak rolling on, approaching 300 now at TD Garden. First of a back-to-back home games here. Celtics will host the Atlanta Hawks tomorrow. Attendance brought to you by Ticketmaster. Join the crowd and excitement on a future Celtics game by ordering your tickets at Ticketmaster.com. Next home game after that, after the West Coast trip, a week from Monday night, Ime Udoka going to bring his wagon in here. That Houston Rocket team, now they've got Ahmed Thompson back. Jalen Green has been great. Şengün is a beast. I'll tell you, Houston and Memphis right now, obviously OKC is the runaway best team in the league and leading the Western Conference by an insane 7 games right now. But Houston and Memphis have separated themselves from the rest of that pack.
Memphis, you know, has just been unreal. You think shooting the basketball, attacking the rim. John Morant is back playing so well. I mean, you got so many things that have happened well for them.
Miami's down 15 at home to Denver. Jimmy Butler has played 19 minutes. 8 points in that game. Minnesota's up at Madison Square Garden, up by 6 with 10:15 to go. Anthony Edwards 25 and 10 in that game. Karl Anthony Towns not playing against his former team tonight. It's really interesting going on in New York right now where fans, Knicks fans, a lot of them are sort of been unhappy because as soon as the ball came in bounds, Orlando, I think they want to challenge something. Maybe the ball got deflected out of bounds. They think it's going to go the other way.
Well, it was. You could see that they were playing, and when the ball went off, all you saw was Cole Anthony. He deflected the ball. He felt like it went off of Drew Holiday. And he was very, very agitated in his...
This comes with 9 minutes to go, and the Celtics leading by 18. Boston has only scored 2 points in the 3 minutes of the fourth quarter after taking 96 into the fourth. Did Drew Holiday reach out at the last second and deflect that ball out of bounds is the question. But it's interesting, Knicks fans, the record is better this year. Karl Anthony Towns is an MVP candidate, but it hasn't been. Remember how much fun the Knicks were last year? They were the league pass team to watch.
Expectation level again for what you have with the team and the guys that you have. Those guys were players, man. When you think about what they were able to do, those guys could play at a high level, and you got excited when you saw them.
Yeah, that looked like it definitely went out of bounds off Holiday. We haven't gotten the ruling yet. Milwaukee up by 15 on Toronto at halftime. Bucks have played better lately.
After review, Boston's Holiday clearly touches the ball last prior to going out of bounds. As a result, the ruling on the floor will be overturned to Orlando possession. This is a successful challenge, and Orlando will retain their timeout in this situation. Play will resume with a side-out throw-in for Orlando, with the shot clock reset to 24.
Well, Cole Anthony wanted it. He got it. Exactly where he wanted it to be.
New Orleans playing their best basketball of the year, up by 9 at halftime on Utah. Zion is playing in that game. They're getting healthy. OKC, Shai Gilgeous-Alexander, I don't believe is playing. He's not tonight in the back-to-back at Dallas. That game is tied early in the second quarter. Banchero pulls up on Horford, 18-footer switch.
In the face, and Magic making a little move here.
98-82. Cut a 22-point deficit down to 16. 8:40 to go. Celtics still have work to do. Anthony Black guarding Derek White, who steps out of the wing. Now the entry to Tatum, pinned along the sideline by Anthony Black. But they trust this kid a lot defensively. Tatum spins on him, fades. Tough shot, no good. Rebound. Al Horford offensively, kick out for Derek White. Dribbles right around Banchero. Attacks, floats, and scores.
Wow. Finally, that was a Derek White shot. Floating, going towards the rim, and use that high arc to get that ball up.
Modest night for Derek White, but he's been good defensively. Anthony Black tiptoes the baseline, kicked all the way out. Banchero is blown by his minute restriction, by the way. Now he's now played 30 minutes.
What minute restriction?
Exactly. Told you, when are you going to stick to that? Banchero turns, fades to the baseline, tough shot, no good. Rebound, Drew Holiday. Leading a 3-on-2. Holiday finds the open man. Tatum up fakes on Cole Anthony, drives, kick out on the wing. Pritchard, extra pass into the corner. They want Derek White to knock down a three, but it's no good. And the long rebound for Isaac. Outlet for Banchero. Stumbles into Al Horford, scoops off the glass, no good. Boy, Horford took the rim away. That was great defense. Celtics have the rebound. Pritchard ahead of Derek White. For Tatum, right side in the corner, wide open. Drew Holiday for three.
That was an excellent read and by Tatum. This time, found a man in the corner, wide open, had all day to shoot the basketball.
Timeout Jamal Mosley, but this one's just about done. 7:29 to go. Celtics lead 103-82.
Well, when you play that way of understanding the clock and you play possessions defensively, good things happen. The Celtics defensively, intensity has been good tonight, and they played with a certain amount of swagger on their feet defensively, and I like that. And again, I still believe that starts out with Jaylen Brown controlling the initial point of attack, and these guys follow him. They follow him, and they follow him in a huge way.
Celtics, assuming they hold on, will finish the first half of the season tonight 29-12. Their scoring differential should go back above 9. And that is a championship resume in any year that does not include the Thunder and the Cavaliers. You know, we don't talk about odds much because everybody else does, but The Thunder, the Celtics are still the betting favorite to win the championship, but the Thunder are right there now, as they should be. Outscoring teams by 13 a game. So they're in Dallas tonight, where we will be a week from tomorrow. The ABC Saturday night game.
Remember for a minute, everybody was just talking about the Cavaliers, and the Cavaliers have played well. They get blasted last night. I get all my friends, told you the Cavaliers, told you.
Cavaliers finally, they got to the second round of the playoffs last year, just incrementally. When we get to the conference finals this year, that's going to be the question. Cole Anthony against Jason Tatum. And Caro is out of the game, so assume he is done for the night. Black drives, runs it with the right hand, no good. Defense again from Al Horford. Al has really affected the game. This box score is not going to show it. Jaylen Brown switches to the left hand, takes Cole Anthony with him, loses Cole Anthony, scores off the window, but he pushed him off. Did they call an offensive foul or they called traveling? They had a choice there.
Oh, looking like the turnaround play started again.
9 turnovers for the Celtics. We're down to 7 minutes to go. Boston by 21. Cole Anthony. Jaylen staying right in front of him. Wendell Carter with the entry. Isaac turns at 12 feet. Jumper's good.
Isaac was a big-time player when he was in the ACC. But a lot of injuries and just hasn't really progressed the way I think they thought he would or he thought he would.
Leonard Hamilton has some really nice teams for Florida State. Derek White. Holiday bounce pass for Tatum on the move. Pulls up on Isaac. 18-footer. Comes up short. Tatum 11 of 20 tonight. 27 points, 6 rebounds. 103-84. 6:17 to go. Anthony Black turns the corner. Bounce pass hits Carter in the ankles. Pops free. Orlando turns it over again for the 12th time. Tatum lead for Jaylen Brown. Jaylen dribbling low between his legs against Isaac. Switches to the left hand. Coming strong in the baseline. Goes off the glass. No good. Battle for the rebound. Hit it out of bounds. Derek White saves it. Good hustle play. He gets it back from Jaylen Brown. The 3 is no good. Holiday steals the offensive rebound. Zips a kick out to Tatum. Around the horn. Horford back to Tatum. White. Brown. Corner. 3. Crowd was about to pop, but he missed the shot. And Carter has the rebound. 20 seconds comes off the clock, though. Celtics have only scored 7 points in the fourth quarter, but have only lost 1 point off their lead. With 5.5 to go. Anthony Black, bounce entry. Carter, up fake, steps through on Tatum. Floats it to the corner, fielded on hot by Isaac, who missed a 3. Rebound, Drew Holiday. And the Magic are done offensively here. Celtics just looking for the knockout shot. Leading by 19 with 5:16 to go. Been a while since the Celtics delivered one. Jaylen Brown into the left corner. How about an Al Horford 3?
Well, you asked for it, so you shall get it.
Celtics have their largest lead, up by 22 with exactly 5 minutes to go. And now you got to start thinking about tomorrow night. Cole Anthony for Wendell Carter. Now Anthony Black, right-hand dribble, turns the corner, goes right by Holiday and slams it home.
Black was trying to say it was foul in that situation.
Celtics head to the fourth quarter, leading by 20. They still lead by 20 with 4:40 to go.
You don't have to score as much as when you defend the way the Celtics have in this particular quarter.
Particularly, in the second half especially. Derek White dribbles into an open 3. Got it.
That is what, if you can get him well and get him back on track. Everybody else today.
Wendell Carter for 3, short, front iron, rebound punched in the air by Cole Anthony. Isaac has got it. Isaac gonna launch a 3, no good, Boulder, and this is where Orlando gets in trouble. They don't have the firepower to just start launching 3s. Cole Anthony went for the steal, didn't get it. Gives Tatum an open 3, got it. A 30-point night for Jason Tatum. And 3s by Horford, White, and Tatum in any suspense that was remaining. 4:01 to go. Boston 112, Orlando 86.
What helps you heal is when you play the way the world champion should be playing. Defending, scoring the basketball, and knocking down shots. The key to what the Celtics have done is defend really well. When you talk about this quarter, not being as efficient offensively, but then all of a sudden, you don't have to defend because you have not allowed the opposition to score.
Pull the starters?
Absolutely. Last call for alcohol, let's say, all day long.
So with the last one, Jason Tatum, if he's done for the night, finishes with 30 points. And I told you he passed Giannis. He just tied Michael Jordan for 8th on the NBA's all-time scoring list for players 26 or younger. And the Celtics still have 20 games left before Jason Tatum turns 27.
Being prepared to play and playing at a high level like that is a real good thing. I'm looking at Derek White right now, dapping up everybody. Like, yeah, this is what we need. This is what I need. Derek White didn't shoot as well in this particular game, but kind of, you can see they came out of kind of a slump and knocked down some shots late.
Out of the timeout, 112-86. Celtics have Hauser, Pritchard, Baylor Shireman.
Wow.
Action here. Cole Anthony ball fake, misses over Hauser. Shireman grabs the rebound. Getting in a lot of run up in Maine. Pritchard down the right side. Tiptoes that baseline. Bounce past a tough one. Hauser can't handle that. Should be a Pritchard turnover. There's a 3:33 to go. Cole Anthony floats it back for Wendell Carter. Carter, pretty good look at a straightaway three. Oh, my goodness, wide left. They just can't shoot. And you wonder if Orlando will be active at the trade deadline. Because they've got defense, they've got Banchero. They got some stud offensive players in Banchero and Franz Wagner, but they don't have the shooting. Pritchard drives over the shoulder pass. Shireman missed a three. Carter has the rebound. We're still at 112-86 as we hit 3 minutes remaining. Cole Anthony stumbles. He got fouled. He came out of his shoe.
No, it was actually.
Jordan Walsh did. Knocked Jordan Walsh's shoe off. We're at 2 hours and 20 minutes right now. This game. Thanks to both ESPN and a ton of free throws and coaches' challenges. Orlando, if you're Jamal Mosley, Orlando played much better tonight than they did in Milwaukee on Wednesday, but they got the Celtics' best shot tonight.
Yeah. And the Celtics needed to give them the best shot tonight.
So the game Cole Anthony, the continuation, that's a three-point play, so we're at 112-89. Margin right now is 23. 2:48 to go. Pritchard lobs it for Keita, knocked away by Cole Anthony, but it comes off the backboard all the way out to Pritchard. Shot clock did not reset. It's at 6. Pritchard, stop and start. Spins on Carter. Steps back into a 20-footer and hits it.
He was on the doggone dance floor.
Trevelyan Queen bodied by Jordan Walsh. Scoreboard urges the fans to make noise. They respond. Trevelyan Queen kick out Wendell Carter. And Anthony Black against Keita. Left-hand dribble drive, crazy scoop, bounces out, but he'll draw the foul. And more free throws, 22 for the Celtics, 29 free throws for Orlando tonight.
Well, Keita gets himself in trouble, and the thing he's going to have to do is get his base. His base isn't a good one. When he's trying to slide his feet, he's not low enough to move it. One of the best I've seen at moving his feet like that for a 7-footer was Robert Parrish. Robert was, man, and I think possibly because of the work he did with, karate, kung fu, he did a lot of training in that particular discipline.
Upcoming milestones for Jason Tatum. Plays tomorrow night. He'll pass Jordan, and he'll probably pass Bob McAdoo into 7th on that list of all-time scorers at his age. And shortly thereafter, he's going to hit 13,000 career points. Black gets the free throws. I believe tonight we got one more tonight. I'll double check this, but I believe Jaylen Brown tonight passed Antoine Walker to become the 3rd all-time leading scorer in the history of this building. Paul Pierce, Jason Tatum, Jaylen Brown. 2 minutes to go. Hauser's three is good. What a bounce back for the Celtics, and three-point shooting was the story tonight. Celtics were very selective, 17 of 36. Orlando 5 of 29. All alone with the free throw line jumper. Queen knocks it down, so we're 117-93. Here's Cada and to Sam Hauser. Hauser jumps to his left, off balance three. That's no good. Back iron. Cada fights to Wendell Carter. Got a hand of the rebound, and it go out of bounds off of Cada. It did. Yeah, confirm that for Jaylen Brown. He passed Antoine tonight. 117-93, minute 12 to go. Anthony Black gets a good look at a left side three. It spins at the rim, and the rim says, nope, not tonight. As we've already missed 24 threes. Here comes number 25. Orlando 5 of 30 tonight. A bounce back night for the Celtics where their performance was earned by their effort. Jaden Springer gets in deep, bounce pass. Cada comes in strong for the two-hand slam. A little exclamation on this one, 119-93 as we enter the final minute. Down the left side, Corey Joseph, handoff underneath. Wendell Carter gets fouled. We're really interested in our conversation coming up with Kristaps Porzingis because he was pretty clear after the Toronto game that there wasn't a lot of smiling, happiness, and joy in the locker room, and he who always plays with that joy didn't really seem to tonight. He was man on a mission from the start here tonight.
Man on fire.
That's a great Denzel movie.
When has he not played the great movie?
You know what I was doing a deep dive on, just came across old episodes of, speaking of Boston, a great Boston show, St. Elsewhere. One of the original medical shows, and Denzel was a young actor on that show. 1 or 2 free throws, and the crowd reacting to the McNugget miss there. Well, Wendell Carter Jr. missed 4 free throws tonight. 119-94, just a matter of the final math. Jaden Springer for Sam Hauser. Entry, Cada lays it in.
Okay, he got hit in the face. He's down.
They did not call a foul, but Cada is shaken up. Clock is rolling. People are like, you know what? We're not stopping the game. We got a second game in this ESPN doubleheader. We're not stopping the game for Neemias Cada. Missed 3 by Houston. Battle for the rebound. Queen has got it. 10 seconds to go. He'll run to the corner. Air ball but 3, and how fitting that that's how the game is going to end. Baylor Shireman will dribble out the clock, and the Celtics, we listen to 48 hours of all kinds of conspiracy theories. Answer in the only way you can with a blowout win, an impressive performance, and more importantly, effort, start to finish. The final score, Boston 121, Orlando 94. Back with more on the BetMGM 98.5, the Sports Hub Celtics Radio Network.
The Celtics are back in action, and this season you can be back in the stands to experience it all live. Get verified tickets from Ticketmaster, the official marketplace of the NBA, and you won't miss a single epic moment. And rest assured, if your plans change,